Welcome everybody to our latest session of Scarlet Citadel. So the group has not ended off in a terrible spot last time. The last two sessions in a row they were picking up in the middle of a battle. Luckily this time they're back in the safety of Red Tower. So as usual, we'll do a quick recap and then we'll get the group right into the action. So group, you guys will likely recall when we picked up last week, you guys were in the crypts in the first level of the Scarlet Citadel, facing off against what some of you guys referred to as Ghost Rider. This was an ethereal creature that had purple effusing out of its skeleton, or skull, I should say, and the sort of wispy hair. You guys were engaging him in combat. When he hit, he was actually packing a bit of a punch, but for overall, you guys seem to do a pretty good job of avoiding getting hit too much from him. You did manage to defeat him, tried to do some additional searching around, and the crypts had mixed success there as far as being able to get into the tombs and recover anything. There was some recovery in the south or the east area where some urns were discovered in one of the crypts and those taken out, and eventually discovered that there was various jewelry pieces inside. While doing that action, additional creatures this time emerged from down in the pit, different creatures than you guys had fought in the past. They ascended, actually climbed the side of the pit to get to the top to start fighting you guys. Luckily, you guys were able to fight them off pretty well with specific tactics such as Corin's using his push ability or wind to knock one of them in, and then Hugo using his telekinetic shove, which I believe he pushed one in as well or pulled one in. Either way, making effective use of that 3D elevation to cause some damage and keep them down there. You guys were able to fight off these creatures as well, though at the end, one of them did grab onto your ally here and pull him down into the pit. This was sort of the very end of the battle, and luckily he was able to kill the enemy down below and then start climbing out. There was a bit of discussion about should the group continue looking around in the bottom there, or should just make sure Sebastian was safe and he could get out and survive. Ultimately, you guys decided on safety, so he did indeed climb out. You guys then made a quick retreat out of this area and made your way through the torture chamber back into this room where there is the open hole, though you guys have covered it with a table. And as you stepped into there, you noticed that Scar was in that room, and he was sort of looking around, and you could tell he was a bit... he obviously wasn't attacking you guys just on sight or anything like that, but you got the impression that he was sort of a little bit agitated. He certainly wasn't real friendly with you guys. You guys asked him if you could just pop into his room and steal all of his stuff, and for some reason he didn't think that was a good idea. But yeah, you guys debated about whether or not to push that or just kind of exit, and so eventually decided to exit. After you guys exited out of the Scarlet Citadel, found that the path back to Red Tower was safe, made your way back, did a variety of shopping and things. So you guys spoke with the innkeeper's sister. You had originally dealt with the brother, this time you dealt with the sister, and were able to sell some of those jewelry pieces, and she actually gave you a better deal than Corin first expected they might be worth. And then some of you guys also engaged with Kasim on the east side of town and spoke with him, trying to get some more information and so forth. The group did all level up to 4 once you guys got your long rest in, so I'll make sure to get that applied now as I double-checked everybody's sheet and saw that you guys all did successfully level up. So we are in good shape there, and yeah, that is our quick recap. Does anybody have anything they'd like to add that I missed?
I might be showing how bad my memory is, but I think during the last session, Libby summoned a vine bridge to make that pit fight much more manageable.
She did indeed. Yeah, I think that was last session, because right, as you guys ended 2 sessions ago, she said, don't worry guys, I've got a trick up my sleeve. So yes, that was indeed last session. Yeah, take inspiration for that addition to our story there, Grask. Anybody else have anything they'd like to add to the recap? Okay, hearing nothing, then group, we will get started as the group finds themselves in the village of Red Tower.
I want to mention that there is also another cantrip where its only ability is to count how many things are in a certain radius. So you can point at it like a treasure chest, and it'll tell you exactly how many gold coins are in it.
That one might be kind of interesting, actually. I don't.
That one sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, again, it doesn't sound overpowered. Sounds kind of fun.
You know how, like, in D&D, it's like, you have 4,000 gold coins. It's like, did you sit there and count them for 10 hours? But
Is that
anyway.
from the School of Actuary Sciences, or?
It might be the accounting school of magic.
Right, right.
All right, sorry to derail with
Quote
that.
the banking magic to me.
All right, group. So you guys have managed to rest and relax in the Cage Tavern and Inn, ate your fill of food, got your fill of beverages, and woke up in the morning with the plan, I believe, is what your discussions were at the end of last session, was there was two essential choices here. Head back to the Scarlet Citadel and go to the second level, or head back to the Scarlet Citadel and head back to the tomb area and check out if you could get into any more of those sealed crypts, as you believe that there is treasure there due to Armony's spell smelling precious metals in those areas. So, yeah, group, is there anything else in town here in Village of Red Tower that you would like to try to accomplish?
Are we ready to go?
Ready as we'll ever be.
I think so. Unless anyone has any last minute things.
Let's do this. Wait, what's the plan again?
We know there's treasure in the place that we were last time. Let's go there. It's guaranteed.
I got a spell that'll help us out now with the shadow creature, so we should be okay.
I don't
and
know
I
if
think
it's them again.
we realize how dangerous it is there, so this may be, I would say, let's just not press our luck. If we find some valuables, maybe we'll see where we're at, but I just don't want us to overextend too much.
Oh, one more thing. Sorry, off side note. The Clockwork Bolt spell, it says that I blew a crossbow arrow with magic. Does that mean it would then be magical as far as magic resistance?
No, I think that's just descriptive. If it was meant to deal magic damage, it would say that. Instead of saying, like, piercing damage or something, it would say magical piercing. And this one, yeah, this one's slashing. So, yeah, it's, like I said, this would be the same as, like, Booming Blade. It's just Booming Blade actually deals thunder damage. This one does not.
Those smoke monsters were really harsh on my buzz, guys.
My buzz, too.
All right. Let's go down for seconds. Thirds.
Let's see. I'm gonna pick Harmony because she has terrible initiative rolls all the time, and Grask is important to go first, I think, because he needs to get in front of everything. So you guys both have 2 to 1 initiative check you make. A bonus of 2.
And also, when we get down there, I can give night vision to 2 people for an hour.
That will certainly come in handy, yes.
I'm liking it.
All right, group. So it sounds like you guys are ready to make your way back to the Scarlet Citadel. As has occurred once before, Elliot has decided that he has some tasks to take care of here in the Village of Red Tower. So he will be hanging behind as his player's not here today. So, group, is there anything other than taking your standard path back to Scarlet Citadel that you would like to do?
Avoiding that pond. I think that's the big thing. Like always.
That's standard.
That is standard at this point, yeah.
I'm convinced that the final boss of this campaign is waiting in the pond.
All right, guys. So you make your way outside of that west gate of the Village of Red Tower, pace through the crops there, with all of your party in tow besides Elliot. So Sebastian's with you, Hugo's with you, though he is a little quiet until his player gets here. And you guys then continue making your way to this path until you travel the couple hours and start to spot the outskirts of this ruined tower. Once you arrive at the ruined tower here, is your plan to enter the Scarlet Citadel in the same location that you typically do?
I think so.
Yep. That's the long way in, right? Because the other way we gotta. Well, we could just take the shortcut, right? How long does it take us to actually squeeze through the shortcut versus whichever one's quicker is what our characters would do, I think.
The standard path, I would say, is quicker because you don't have to wait one by one for people to belly down and squeeze through the other way.
I still think it's important as a getaway spot, but okay.
All right.
At some point, we probably should clear it out there so we can use it.
Maybe when the merchant's not in town.
Sounds good.
All right, you guys make your way to that standard entrance as you go through the ruins. Some of you have adopted this habit of putting the cotton in your ears, knowing that those harpies could return at any time. But as has been typical the last few times you've come and gone from this area, you don't spot the harpies at all. Make your way to that same location and descend down in the typical fashion that you do.
All right, we're going to the back where we were yesterday. Correct?
Those shadow monsters, right?
Yes.
Shadow monsters. Keep up, Hugo.
I don't know whose torch that is. I'm gonna say it's mine. Grask lights a torch. I'm taking it.
Pen, your newfound abilities might be good with Grask. I know that his eyes are not the best in the light.
I have the torch.
Armory, can you see in the dark? Armory,
Yeah.
you can see in the dark?
Yeah, I can.
All right. Anyone else besides Grass can't see in the dark that would like to?
I think both Hugo and Sebastian can't.
All right, I'll use it on Hugo and Sebastian.
Okay, so let's see. Creatures equal to your wisdom modifier. So I think you have a plus 2, right?
Yep.
So who are the two that you're picking?
Uh, gosh, no, they don't have their names on the bottom, right?
Hugo and Sebastian. You said it.
Hugo and Sebastian, sorry.
All right, let me go ahead and get that set.
You know, can't Sebastian already see in the dark because he's got the DM vision on, right?
I mean, you know.
All right, then maybe Hugo and Grass, or
I mean, obviously, in game, him having the vision will help because if he ever, stuck in the dark or something like that, he won't suffer any penalties. So, all right, group. So you continue making your way through this location and find yourself back in the torture chamber.
Hey, Adam, remind me, is this like a fiery pit brazier, whatever those things are called?
Brazier. The brazier, yes, is not heated at the moment, even though it looks on screen like it's all hot and lit up. Obviously, based on no one maintaining this, it would just be cold coals at this point.
All right.
Just a moment. Grask's gonna try and open the door.
All right, give it a try. The macro should be working. You try to open the door, but you feel that it is stuck on the other side as though it is barricaded.
We'll get lucky one of these times.
Corin.
Looks like the wizard's home.
Yes, as Harmony says this and you're making your way there, Corin, you notice through the gap in the broken wall here to your west, you spot Ushlux once again. Obviously, as you guys are not doing anything to intentionally trying to be quiet here, he turns and looks in your direction, seemingly spotting you.
Corin gives him a slight wave as he's moving through this area.
You see he looks towards you and says, "You have woken the dead. They are very unweary and restless."
We're actually heading
Made
there.
up, make him go back to sleep.
You see he kind of like almost coughs here and puts a hand on his chest looking towards you. "Your funerals."
Do you have any advice, Ushlux?
Don't go that way.
You don't happen to know of any way to stop the onslaught?
You see he looks towards you and says, "I could explain it to you, but your lack of knowledge and understanding would prevent you from truly comprehending."
All right. Sounds good. Thank you. Have a nice day.
He
Corin
called you
keeps
dumb.
quiet. Yeah.
All right, as Harmony and Corin, you begin pushing in through that area.
Uh-oh.
As you guys move through that area, stepping in, you can hear the sound of movement suddenly coming from the room next to you.
Grask.
Oh, I'll use that dream Corin had to give me +2.
Okay.
Do it. Do it.
Oh, does that make me first?
Oh,
How
did you
useful!
roll initiative? Where's? I have advantage on initiative rolls.
I believe that's only if you use that ability, right, on yourself. Did you declare you used it?
Yeah, I want to use it all the time.
So it's always going to be on you then?
Yep.
Okay, so roll a second time. It will take whatever is higher. So let me see what you have first this time.
That makes sense. You're assassin, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll take that new one as that is higher. And see, did you increment yours, Grask, or are you waiting for me to increment it?
Can I?
You can. Yep, you can in there and just hit the number and hit enter, and it will update your initiative. Let's see. Did you already increment it or no?
I tried. I don't know if it worked.
All right, let me
Doesn't
just
look
take
like it
care of it real quick. Okay, so that should put you... Yeah, that does indeed put you first. Okay, so let me make sure I've got everybody as you guys are split up a little bit here. I think I do. Okay, Grask, it is your turn.
Okay, I can step here. Can I step here, or is that here and here?
You can't move through the wall. So yeah, if it looks like your token would have to pass through the edge of the wall at all, you can't do that.
Okay, I can get to... I think I'm going to dash. 30 feet gets me to Corin's space, but every time I interact with this hallway, I get stuck. So could you move me? I'm going to likely... Actually, put me here. Put me to this spot right here.
You should only get stuck if you're trying to drag you and a torch at the same time.
I'm holding the torch.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so I heard you say basically you're going right here.
I don't think the torch came.
Yep, yeah, I just moved
There
it
we
with
go.
you.
Okay, I'll dash then. So 5... Oh my God, I'm stuck. Damn it.
All right, so that 5. with the torch.
Thank you. I'll stay right here. Stay behind me.
All right, the sound of clattering footsteps comes from your southwest, Grask. As stepping through this gap is a skeleton with a blade in hand. And the skeleton is going to stab forth with that short sword towards you, Grask, and I will need a defensive roll, please. Yes, you managed to evade that attack. All right, Sebastian enters, dashes to get to there. All right, stepping into this hallway here is another creature that you've spotted. And this creature is going to line up a shot at Armony as it fires off a couple of shots, actually, Armony. So I will need 2 defensive rolls, please. Yes, the first one you managed to dodge. The second one whiffs right by your shoulder, not quite connecting. As we move to Hugo, whose player is now here. Welcome.
Hello. Is Ushlox attacking us, or is he a good guy still?
He has warned you not to go to the way you guys went right now because the undead are restless. It does not look like he is actively doing anything, I'll say that.
Okay. And then, could you remind me of what I have in my hands currently?
You can declare whatever you think would make the most sense for Hugo to have come in here.
Okay, probably open hand shield then.
Okay.
So hearing a commotion from here, I'm gonna move up. Okay, my movement takes me to there. And then I guess I will cast Toll the Dead on this guy here.
All right, yeah, go ahead and post that. All right, and then go ahead and give me a spell effect roll as well. He manages to succeed on this save and is not affected.
Okay, and I will telekinetically shove him back 1 as my bonus action.
I believe he's too far from you.
This guy?
Yep, he should be 35 from you right now.
Okay. Well, in that case, I will stay put because I used all my movement. So that'll be the end of my turn.
All right, you notice a shadowy form enters through this same location. And as it spots Grask, it moves forward and it tries to grab out at him. Grask, defensive roll, please. Grask, you manage to evade as the creature's hand reaches forth.
We'll turn around, no more at him.
Another of these creatures moves in, getting next to you, Grask, and another defensive roll, please.
They're so fast. Oh!
Critically hitting Grask. Grask, please roll a necrotic crit upon yourself. Okay, this will be a true crit. Okay, that will be 19 points of necrotic damage against Grask. And Grask, you will also lose 1d4 points of strength.
Am I rolling that?
Yep, yeah, go ahead and roll that up and apply it to yourself. Okay, next up is...
I know, before I do, I know Armony had a spell that she showed off earlier.
She may
It was
have.
me, but I don't think I can see you.
Oh, it was you? Okay. All right, I'm going to roll that.
No, it doesn't say that. It says when a creature within 30 feet of you is hit by an attack from an undead creature. I could put that back out there. I don't know. Do you think I could use it on him or not?
Go ahead and post it for me one more time.
All right.
My initial thought is to say probably not, because if you can't even see the enemy, I'm not sure you would know that he was hit. Yeah, so I would say, I would say in this case, no. I would say you have to be able to see the enemy at least. Okay, your turn, Pen.
Oh, is this the guy that did it? Because I can see him.
That one is not, no.
Okay. All right. Then I'm good. All right, and then I will shoot at this guy right here.
All right, so you cast the spell, uttering, I believe, some verbal somatic component, waving your hands, uttering some verbal components. Fire this off, but it does not connect.
All right, and that's the end of my turn.
All right, go ahead and pass your turn, and we'll move to Corin.
Question for you, Adam. If I were to twin a spell and the people that I wanted to put it on were separated, could I, as part of my movement, walk over to the person, cast it, do the twin thing, and then walk over to the next person and put the second one on them?
No.
In that case, I'm going to step right here. I'm going to twin spell protection from evil and good onto Grask and Pen. As I click all the things. So both of you have that now, and that was my main action. I'm going to scoot this way. It was 5, 10, 15. There. Done.
Okay, next up, coming through this area, you notice another, what you might call the Ghost Rider guy, as he slides up to Corin and reaches out to grasp upon him. Corin, defensive roll.
Sweet.
Corin, you are struck, as you will lose 16 points of damage due to necrotic damage, and I will need a Constitution save.
Good.
I'm going to gird the spirit on him.
All right, so you burn your reaction to use that ability. And yes, so that will prevent the effect that would have happened here, which is the loss of max HP. And mark yourself with some icon now, Corin, so for the next 1 minute, you won't be affected by those kind of drains. And then, did you already apply? Okay, there we go. Perfect. So you made the concentration and are still concentrating on the protection from good and evil.
Thanks, Pen.
And this skeleton clatters forward, sword in hand. This one steps forward with a bow and is going to take a shot at Pen. Pen, defensive roll, please. Yes, you see that arrow coming and you easily evade it. Corin, you notice another one of these shadowy figures moves towards you, reaching out to grab upon you. Defensive roll, please. Oof. Critical hit on Corin. Corin, go ahead and roll a necrotic damage against yourself. Or necrotic crit against yourself, I should say. Okay, so again, with Pen's ability there, I will say that won't happen because that is currently protecting you. So damage is normal. So that's 5 points of necrotic damage. As we move to Armony's turn.
Does anybody else have a bad feeling about this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Might want to listen to Uslux.
All right, so Armony, it looks like you stepped away from that skeleton with his sword, so he will take an opportunity attack against you there. Defensive roll,
Shoot.
please.
I forgot about him.
Oh, but he did not forget about you as he stabs out with that short sword and manages to connect for 7 points of piercing damage. All right, looks like you'd like to cast Thunder Wave, so that one should be set up as a smart AoE spell. So just a quick reminder, top right corner, click the bulleted list. Oh, alrighty, perfect, she's already on it. And feel free to drag that wherever you would like to place that. Okay, that'll do the trick. So once you're ready, go ahead and hit target all with that little targeting guy selected, and we'll automatically apply it against everybody within the range. They all will fail, suffering that damage, and get pushed back 10 feet. So the thunderous motion flashes out, striking into them, wounding them, and casting them backwards.
I'm just going to check one more thing. Yep, that's it. I'm done.
All right, stepping through the doorway is another creature who is going to look towards Corin and fire off a couple of shots. 2 defensive rolls, please, Corin. The first one manages to connect, but you will evade the second. That's 7 points of piercing damage from an arrow. Okay, as we move to the top of the round before Grask's turn. Okay, Grask's turn.
Okay, this hallway that we came through, we usually move through it not in combat. Is it a squeeze the whole way through?
Not the whole way, but I would say the first and second spaces are squeeze.
On both ends or just the one end?
So where Hugo is right now and this space below it would be a squeeze, but if you're here or here, not a squeeze. Make sense? So it's really just these two right here.
Okay, got it. Should we run?
Yes.
Okay, I am going to I will. Goodness. It's not good. None of it's good. I'm going to disengage because I don't want to lose all my strength.
Okay, disengage.
I'm trying to figure out where I want to stand. If I stand here and then someone moves up to me, my friends could not move through me, correct?
They
'Cause I'd be
can
in
move
combat.
through you, but they would just be difficult terrain, cost that extra speed to move through you at that point.
Okay, so the best place to move may just be right here. And then at that point, why am I moving? Why am I disengaging to move one space? Oh, it's not good. It's not good. Let me look at my one spell. Do I want to use that? How big is the 20-foot radius again?
Pretty large, because it goes 20 feet in each direction from the center.
Is that actually a square? I can't remember.
Is this spike growth? If it is, it's a
Yeah.
circle.
It's a circle? How does
Yes.
circles work in D&D though? Aren't they? Isn't radius diagonals the same in length?
Yeah, it will do like an approximation. If you're curious, I think spike growth is on the spell smart guys. I think it will automatically pop up there for you. Oh, actually, nope. Looks like it is not. But you could use the fireball one just to get an idea of how big it's going to be. Just don't hit trigger all, obviously.
Where do I see that? I'm not a wizard, so I didn't add that to my.
No worries. So top right corner where the bulleted list icon is, if you click that bulleted list, find the macro that is called cast-fireball. As long as you have your token selected, just click the die next to the word cast-fireball, and that will put a little targeting icon on screen, and you'll be able to move it around to get an idea of how big of a radius it is.
Okay, that's much too big. Or is it? I can't. Why does it have collision?
Yeah, unfortunately it does, because you have to be able to see the center of the area that you're trying to affect.
If I could move it up one, can you move it into that wall? Because I think I can still see that spot.
Yeah, if you want to just point where it is that you want the center to be.
I think that's pretty good, right? Right there, guys? Okay.
Yeah.
Does that hit me?
Hugo gives you a nod.
Okay, alright. This is a much better plan.
Would that
I'm
hit
not-
armory? And
I think
no.
the red is showing the squares it's going to touch because it can't say it's covered enough to touch it.
That is correct, yes.
Alright, I'm not going to disengage anymore. I'm taking that back. I'm going to just move away out of that range, and then I'm going to do spike growth there.
Okay, so I'm just going to set that to the map layer, so hopefully everyone can still see it, but it won't impact anybody's ability to move around it and so forth. So you said you're going to move and then cast? Is that what I heard?
Yeah, cast if I don't die.
All right, so as you step away, you will provoke 3 opportunity attacks. So I'm just going to go from top, I'm going to go reverse clockwise or counterclockwise as it's actually known. Just give me 3 defensive rolls there, please.
Sure thing. I have protection from good and evil on.
All right, so those are all at advantage. So first one will miss. Second one will miss. Third one will miss. All right, yeah, so you step away, not struck by the creature. I'm going to put your torch with you, so I assume you're still holding on to that.
And then I will use spike growth there. Let me click my thing to spend that ammo.
All right, you cast that ability and conjure up the spiky growth.
Alright, let's get out of here.
All right, this guy's turn. He has blade in hand, and he's not too bright, being a skeleton. So he is going to try to take the 2 steps forward. Go ahead and roll me, I think it's 4d4 damage I'll apply to him. All right, yeah, so his little bony feet are getting torn up by these spiky protrusions. He does, however, still stand as he gets to here, and he will attempt to strike at Harmony instead. Harmony defensive roll. Yes, Harmony, you notice the blade coming in and evade it. Okay, we move to Sebastian's turn. Having heard the decision that the team is going to flee, he's going to attempt to do just that. So he's going to move 10, 20, 30 to get to here, provoking 1 opportunity attack from the skeleton. And the skeleton will indeed strike Sebastian, wounding him slightly. He will then dash. To there. Okay, this guy's turn. He currently has bow in hand. Yeah, he's going to go for broke. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3. So 6d4 damage from Grask.
I'm gonna reveal to you that I've been clicking the number, like the fold out thing, and there's not a 6.
Oh, okay. As he gets up next to you here, Corin, you're going to notice that he slashes out with his sword and then reaches out to touch you with his hand. And I will need 2 defensive rolls, please. Both are going to connect.
I don't think even the shield is gonna. Yeah, carry on.
All right, as the blade connects, that's going to deal 9 points of slashing damage, which looks like it will drop you. So the second attack, because you're down now, will be an automatically at advantage and an automatic critical. So I will need you to roll a necrotic crit against yourself.
Whoops, wrong one.
That's not a death saving throw yet, right?
Correct. Okay, so this will be a true crit. Okay, so 13 points of damage. You will obviously drop concentration. That will count as 2 failed death saves. So you're not rolling a death save, but because it's a crit, that counts as 2 failed death saves.
Yep.
Okay, next up is Hugo.
Just a quick check to make sure I don't have a healing potion. Alright, sorry, Corn, I can't help you.
Strangely, Corin doesn't respond.
And just as a quick reminder, this space here is squeezing, so if you move through it, just count it as 10 feet, and then the rest of the way is normal.
Okay. I will telekinetically pull Corin's body 1 closer. Can I pull him to this square?
I mean, it's a little tight, but yeah, okay. I'll say you can manage that.
That's as far as I can get you. And then I'm going to run out. So I'm just going to run to here. Actually, here, I guess. And I'm going to hold my action of Toll the Dead if any bad guy enters this start of this chamber.
Okay.
You just don't want to just take out that skeleton right there.
I mean, I can barely see the side of it, so I'd rather take whatever comes. Well,
yeah, I would say you don't have enough to target that one. You could probably target the guy in the back because you've got at least some of him, but the one you're talking about, you can barely see the edge of the ring.
Yeah, exactly. I can't get that guy in the front there. So yeah, I'll do it. You know what? I'll just do it on this guy back here.
Okay, yeah, so you cast this out at the shadowy figure.
Is it just spell effect roll, or do I do Toll the Dead first and then spell effect roll?
Yep, either way. So you post the Toll of the Dead so we know how much damage it would do, and then the spell effect roll to know if it actually hits. Okay, so this is effective. However, you notice when you try to strike this creature with necrotic damage, it is completely immune.
These damn things!
Anything else on your turn, Hugo?
No, but my my buttons are gone somehow.
Maybe you turned your macro bar off? All right, yeah, I'll go ahead and skip you for now. Top right corner, if you do that bulleted list icon, just make sure the button or the checkbox that says Show Macro Quick Bar is turned on. If it's not, just go ahead and check that. Okay, this shadowy form is going to move down, suffering no damage as it is floating as it strikes out at Armony. Armony, defensive roll, please. It does manage to strike you here, Armony, reaching forth, grasping onto you, dealing 5 points of necrotic damage and 1d4 strength drain. And this time we're actually tracking Armony's correct strength.
Okay, hold on. How much was that again?
That was 5 points of necrotic damage, so you'll apply that, and then you'll roll a 1d4 and subtract that from your strength score. And as a reminder, probably in your bio tab, I would just put your actual real strength, your max strength, so you know how much you have left. For everybody watching at home, she only has 2 points of strength left. All right, this is going to be...
I'm going to need my spell to save the other guy, sorry.
This is going to be interesting as we move to this guy's turn. Also, no effect as he moves through this floating, gets up next to Grask, and reaches out. Grask, defensive roll at advantage, please.
I don't have that effect on me anymore because Corin went
Oh, right. Okay, just straight up defensive roll then. Good call.
Yeah, this is going to be bad.
You do manage to evade that strike, though.
Kidding, always lucky. My dad works at Roll20.
You notice moving through the wall, on the east wall here, this sculpture that represents the doorway to the land of the dead seeps a shadowy figure. It is going to move up to here and reach out at Armony. Armony, defensive roll, please.
Okay. I'm trying to decide when to use my reaction.
What is your reaction?
Well, I have one that helps me, and I have one that helps Corin.
Oh, decisions.
Armony, save yourself, Corin doesn't say as he lies there.
Man, 2 is not very much. I don't want to waste my reaction, though.
Well, I'm assuming your reaction probably says something like when you're hit or something.
Yeah.
So we don't know if you're hit quite yet, so you might as well roll that defensive roll and we'll see what happens.
I'm too scared.
Delay is not an option.
What's that movie? The only winning move is not to play. You can hold him in a stalemate. You don't have to roll.
So unfortunately, this will indeed connect, Armony, and you're going to suffer 8 points of necrotic damage, and then you're going to need to roll that d4.
I'll blow the spell.
All right, and go ahead and post that once more again for me, Pen. All right, and so I think that will burn your... Is that 0 first level spells left?
Yep.
All right, burns that spell. Been a big hit here so far, really helping. So yes, this will mean that Armony, you are not affected by the strength drain, but you will still suffer that 8 points of necrotic damage. Give yourself some kind of mark as well, Armony, so we know that you are protected for the next minute. Passing through the same door as another of these shadowy figures, it is going to move up and strike out at Armony. Armony, defensive roll, please. This time you manage to evade as that shadowy hand reaches forth, and we move to Pen.
The healer's kit would just stabilize him, right? It wouldn't bring him to 1 hit point.
Correct.
I'm going to disengage, move here, hit him with the healing point for my action, the healing kit.
Okay, so you break out the healing kit, use your action, and stabilize Corin. So Corin, your death saves are wiped.
Then I'm going to. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
So let's see, 5, 10, 20, 30. So you're going to have to move 5 back. So remember, these first 2 squares are squeezing. There you go. That's 30. Okay, so Corin, you're stabilized, so don't need to roll a death save. So we'll skip your turn. As we move to this guy, he is going to float forth above the downed body of Corin as he reaches forth against Armony on the flank. Defensive roll, please, Armony. Yes, once again, you evade the strike. Okay, move to this guy's turn. He is going to step up to here and stab out at Grask. This manages to connect Grask as you suffer 4 points of piercing damage. You manage to maintain your concentration on your spike growth. See, this guy has a bow in hand. He doesn't really have much of a shot here. So, yeah. Okay, this one's turn. He is also going to float his way over to here. And once he gets to here, he is going to strike out at Grask on the flank. Grask, you managed to evade that strike as well as we move to Armony's turn.
Okay. I liked this character. Also, my health bar doesn't seem to be updating. I don't know if it's...
It updates
working.
for everybody but you. There's some kind of weird bug right now in Roll20 where the bar lags. But yeah, I'm currently showing you as about a third of your health.
Okay. So, what would grabbing Corin's shoulder be interact with object by any chance?
No, unfortunately not. If you're trying to pick him up and like get him out of here, you would have to action grapple him, and then you would be moving at half speed as you pull him backwards.
And that's a lot of opportunity attacks.
Yeah, it is. Oh, bummer. All right. Well, let's talk about mobile. Oh, it only works for one creature?
Only the one you strike, yes.
Okay. That destroys my first and second plans. So my third plan...
I mean, keep in mind, you can always disengage, and that eliminates all opportunity attacks.
Can I exit through Grask?
You can. It would be difficult terrain to move through him, so it would count as 10 feet of movement.
Does mobile... Oh, it's when I use dash. Okay. I mean, all I can really do is disengage. So sorry, Corin. Heartbreaking.
So that will be 10.
Does disengage count for everybody as I continue my movement?
It does.
Wow, nice.
20, 30 to get on top of Pen. I think you've got, what, like 40 feet of movement?
40.
So you're 35 right there, so you got 5 left if you wish to spend the last 5.
Which, yeah, that's all I can do, I think.
Okay, you get to there.
And
Harmony.
Harmony
Have
is
to convince Ushlax to help.
Harmony is shutting. Wait, what?
Where's our boy? Where's our man?
I don't think they're gonna follow us. Do you?
We don't have much else.
Where's Corin?
I couldn't grab him. And Harmony sheds a tear.
All right, we move to this guy's turn. Yeah, he's going to risk it. So he'll move here, here, here. So 4d4 damage from Grask.
Oh, yeah. All my luck is being spent on defense rolls right now.
Apparently, yeah. He will get here and he will take 2 attacks, one with his sword, one with his life drain as he tries to strike you, Grask.
Which one's first? I gotta know.
Long sword first and then life drain second.
Okay, because I'm on the phone with my dad.
The long sword will connect, dealing 7 points of slashing damage. And then the spike growth drops.
Can you delete that for me? I can't.
I will sure try, but give me a moment.
Oh, I love that.
I'll work on getting those gone, but next would be the life drain.
Oh, wait, right-click the map and bring it above that thing. Or send it to the back. Just, like, hide it forever.
There we go. Yeah, that's what it does. I need to find a way to target the targeting guy. Haha, there it is. Okay, the life drain will hit as well. So that's 3 necrotic damage and a con save Grask. Just reminding myself what that mod was. Okay, you will fail this save, so your max HP will be reduced by 3. Okay, top of the round with Grask.
Is there a spot in this cog page where I can edit my max HP?
Usually what I recommend is you write your true HP down somewhere like in the bio section and then just actually reduce the HP that it shows on screen. And then whenever you're restored to full, remember to go back to that bio screen and remember what the true number is.
Okay, I'll reduce my health after this then.
Yep, feel free.
Grask will look at Corin and just whisper, "I'm sorry." And he'll disengage and move back through the hallway. I still have a torch.
Where would you like to end up? I'll try to get you there.
I can get 30 feet if you can get me as far as that'll get me.
So I'll get you 10, 25 to here. If you were to move the next 5, you'd share a space with Harmony and fall prone immediately.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good, so I'll stop here.
Okay. All right, this guy is going to step forward. And Sebastian is looking at all of you and backs up again a bit more, thinking that this is going to be a full-on retreat. Okay, Hugo's turn.
Are we doing this? We're leaving a man behind here.
We don't have a choice, unless you can convince Ushlax to help.
Ushlax, we're about to be overrun with creatures. Corin is left behind there. Any way you can help us out?
Your friend is dead. They won't come this way, but they will sure enjoy a treat.
Man. Hugo whispers, "I'm sorry, Corin." And he'll run. Actually, he'll toll the dead on this skeleton right here.
Okay, yep, go ahead and post that and a spell effect roll. That will be a crit. Go ahead and throw a necrotic crit. Okay, so go ahead and throw me another D12, Corin. So he gets 4 from the first D12. He'll then take another D12. And, okay, yeah, so he will be damaged. And then he will also have his max HP reduced by that amount. And roll me a minor injury, Corin. Or, sorry, not Corin, Hugo.
Is there a button for minor injury or something?
There is, yeah. It's just like critical hit in the macro section there. So, okay, so he has... okay, so roll me a D20 now, Hugo. Okay, so he will succeed on that, so he will not be stunned.
Never had that happen before. Maybe Corin's helping us. And I'm gonna. Is it possible to telekinetically push that skeleton one back as well?
He's right up against that pillar, so you don't think he'd go anywhere.
Okay. Fair enough. So Hugo will just. I don't like it, but he'll just run this way, I guess. Clear the way a little bit.
Okay, Pen's turn.
All right. Doesn't look like they're following us through here, so I'm going to shoot this guy with my clockwork bolt.
That will connect, yes. Okay, so he'll be wounded, and then the bolt or the arrow strikes into his bones.
Will be at the start of its turn.
No, I think it's the end of its turn, right? Because he has an option to pull it out.
Yeah, the next turn. His next turn, whatever, the end of his next turn.
Yep, okay, sounds good. So we'll know that if he doesn't pull it out, he will suffer that additional damage.
Yep.
Okay, so that's your action. Anything else, Pat?
Yeah, I'll move to there.
Okay, Corin, still no death saves. However, Corin, you feel a presence enervating your body, and I will need a defensive roll. Okay, that will be a strike, so you'll suffer some damage. Let me just check your max HP. So that's not going to... oh, that's an auto crit also, so I'll need you to roll a necrotic crit on yourself, Corin. Okay, so just standard. So again, won't matter. It'd be 24, but you have more than that, so that won't kill you. That will be 2 failed death saves, though.
I'm marking.
Okay, Armini's turn.
He's distraught.
Doesn't look like they're coming through that hallway, just so you know.
We just like shoot them from here. She's gonna use a Balm of the Summer Court on Grask.
Okay, so bonus action. Okay, and did we build that in for you to use that? I think we built it in so you could click it.
Looks like it.
There we go. Okay, so Balm of the Summer Court. So the Disciple of Life won't apply to this because this isn't a spell, but he will gain back 3 HP and 1 temp HP.
Not much. I can see this guy here. So can I try to hit him with some Sacred Flame?
Because Sacred Flame suffers nothing from cover, yes, you absolutely can. All right, and then go ahead and throw me a spell effect roll as well. He will manage to evade that Sacred Flame.
Alright, I'm gonna get out of the way so people can come in here. Maybe I'll stay here actually.
Okay, top of the round, Grask.
Grass takes one more look down the hallway. He can see a little bit of that guy, right?
Yes.
Yep. And in frustration, he just takes a step into this room. There's really nothing you can do for us.
Can we heal him? If we give him a chance?
I told you not to go in there. This is the fruits of your ignorance.
What would it cost for you to intervene?
It is outside of my power, boy. Alright, guys, with no obvious enemies in line of sight, and you guys figuring out that it's not seeming like they're going to...
I don't think we should. I'm going to go back into the tunnel and keep shooting at him.
Okay, so are you actually entering the room?
No, I'm going to stay in the tunnel so I can kind of see.
You're not going to be able to see any enemies from the tunnel.
Okay.
All right, so we will go ahead and end combat here, guys, as you have managed to stumble into many of these opponents here. And unfortunately, Corin, as you're lying there and there's no easy way that it seems like the team can try to get in there and help you in any way, you would roll a death save. So if that somehow you survive that, then you're going to get struck again. So it's really all a matter of, yeah, so you died on your own terms, I guess is the way of looking at it.
Only I could have seen him. I
It's
had a
okay.
reaction.
It's okay, guys. I'll go make an even more OP character.
I'm putting the term chrono into the search right now for you.
All right, guys. So as you're standing here in this room, the four of you, and you notice eventually Sebastian pokes his head back in, looking in, seeing what you guys are doing, realizes there's not an imminent threat, and just kind of looks around curiously. Yeah, you're standing here. What would you like to do? And Corin, obviously you know how to roll up a new character, create a character macro, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, and I think I'll try and make sure I don't
Post everything.
Blasting the chat. Yeah,
appreciate that. Yeah,
I'll start on it. So
perfect.
cool.
Yep. Yeah, tough break for Corin for sure. Yeah,
It's okay.
all
I
right.
already have a good idea. So
Harmony says, "This is all my fault. I should have healed him." She drops to her knees, crying.
His dreams brought him here. They're probably to blame.
Can we still hear commotion in the next room?
No, it is.
You hear
definitely
chewing sounds?
silent.
I'd like to peek down the hallway. I want to see if his body's still there.
Again, are you willing to go into the room?
No, I'm just gonna be like, can I not from here peek around the corner into the room? I know where he fell.
If you step there, you won't be able to see where he fell. And if you step one more, that's close enough to be in the room.
Okay, I see. So there's no safe way to peek, and I just saw a lot of guys there, so I'm not gonna do that.
Our apologies, Ushlox. We will leave you alone now.
Yes, yes.
Man, can't believe he just died just like that. You guys better start taking these warnings seriously.
Corin was useful.
Yeah. He was probably the best person out of the lot of us.
How can that be true if he died?
No. You know, I don't know. Stuff happens, sometimes for no reason.
Wait, where's the other way that we used to go? Is it back up that way?
Let's go kill that ogre. Take his treasure. Tired of dealing with him.
I could use a quick rest. Harmony doesn't look great either.
Alright, well, we can't rest in where Ushlox hangs out, so...
Why can't we follow Ushlox?
No. He told us not to bug him, and he'd leave us alone.
Where did he go?
He went off that way, to the north. I'm just saying, I wouldn't bother him. So if we need a rest, we should go somewhere where we won't be in his space.
Let's head to the surface for now, then.
What about, like, right by the entryway?
I think it's worth a try. There's not too many threats on this.
Like right here.
So that's the door to the ogre on the other side of that. His chamber.
He has a name. It's Scar.
Eh,
And there's a vampire bat or some shit in that hole.
Alright, how about we take a short rest, like, right here? We can always just
There's
run out if something gets us.
There's a door here.
Where did you just point?
She may have been referring to the table covering the hole.
No, I just shut this door. Ooh, it worked like a charm.
I know, they're actually working now. You like that?
Yeah, that's cool. We can just shut these doors.
yeah, this place is as good as any.
Should we chill out here?
Fine. And Grask will put his back to the wall and slink down to the floor.
All right, and just as a reminder, that table is not actually there, as you guys have moved it into the other room. Just for reference, I might just give it a quick X through, so there's no confusion in case it becomes important.
Harmony's gonna whip up some good berries mixed with tears.
All right, you cast the spell and get your very powerful good berries.
We all die someday, Harmony.
Not on my watch.
Can we talk about it a little bit? What could we have done better there? I don't want to lose anybody else.
I could have remembered my bonus action. Why do I have to be so distracted all the time? I'm gonna give Grask however
I had the
many...
choice of either saving Harmony or using my heal on Corin. I saved Harmony.
There is a lesson here, but you might not
Is it to listen to Ushlux?
No. First, we don't fight the bones. There's nothing to be gained. The second is that Corin wasted his time growing his mind, and his body remained frail for it.
Some of us can't help that, Grask.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty fine with the frail body.
It'll happen to you too.
I ain't got no choice.
Grask, how many of these 3-point berries do you want?
I'll take some after the rest.
Okay.
I know that you didn't ask me, but if I am being honest, I think the reason that it is not very successful is we keep forgetting that these creatures can just move through solid objects like it's nothing. We find ourselves surrounded and exposed. We need to do what we can and try to make sure that our backs are always protected.
Good idea. We need to stay together more. They ran off into the room by themselves while the rest of us were way behind.
Well, it's never nice to blame the dead for their actions, but yet we were not exactly communicating and have a good plan, and we knew that there was trouble based if we have any trust in this Ushlax guy, and even if not, we know this place is dangerous. We've been there before, so yes, maybe a little bit too foolhardy, maybe?
I'll be the first to say I was caught totally off guard. I was not expecting.
Yeah,
A
but
mob.
that's normal for you, Harmony. So we shouldn't rely on you to expect the unexpected.
Well, I'm not going in first again, and tell you that much.
I don't think you should. You have the healing magics that most of us don't.
Yes, this is true, and unfortunately, you do not have the very heavy armor that's going to protect you from the attacks.
Thanks for reminding me.
And you notice he looks a little bit bashful as he kind of looks down for a moment. He says, but let's move on to more happy stories. This is very unfortunate that we lost Cohen, and once we get back to the village or Red Tower, I'm sure that we can do some kind of ceremony or something like this. Maybe we'll even notice that another brick has been painted red as another fellow has fallen here on the Scarlet Citadel. But what do we do? Once we recovered our wounds a bit, do we purge on? Perhaps do that go back that way? That does not seem very smart.
Yeah, so side note, what's gonna happen with him trying to roll a new character? Do we have to go back to town to get him, or should we go on?
I think it's going to depend on how long it takes him to generate character.
I'd hate to just keep going with him not ever be able to.
Great. That's a great question. Yeah. So, Matt, usually creating a character takes time, and I don't want to rush you at all. Would you like to run Sebastian for this part of the session until the new character's created?
I'm working on it right now. I don't know if I'll have it done by the end of the session or not. I think I'd rather just kind of work on this, if that's all right.
Yeah, absolutely. As long as you don't mind that you're not included in this part of the adventure. Yeah, absolutely.
No, that's fine.
You want to run Sebastian during fights and stuff, though, right?
Sure.
Well, I think what he was
a fight.
I think what he was trying to say is he wants to be able to focus on the character creation.
Oh, then I don't get to play with Matt.
Aw. But you'll get to play with me soon.
His voice will be with us in spirit.
If I'm paying attention, I'll try and listen for when my name gets said.
All right, fair enough. So with that decided, then group, yes, you guys do manage to pass by an hour here. So we'll go ahead and mark a short rest for each of you. And if you wish to spend hit dice, feel free to do that now.
How does the short rest affect the strength?
I believe if it was, yes, that does come back. So your strength is restored from the strength loss from the shadows.
Oh my god. I forgot that we learned that it was only a short rest, because every other time we left for the day.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
What about the health? Is that long or short?
Did you lose some from health drain?
Yeah, I lost 3.
Let me double check. I literally just closed that sheet because I was like, oh, we're not going to need to worry about that.
No, we're going right back there.
This one is long rest.
Okay.
No. I think Corn would have wanted us to keep going.
The same way.
No, not the same way. I don't think so. Maybe one day we'll go back that way, but right now it seems like they're just waiting for us to go in there, and then they're gonna swarm us.
All right, let's do this door.
That's just the cells. Grask spent some time there. Armini's gonna give everybody 2 good berries.
I'll take more if you have some.
Grask can have 3. And if you eat them, you get 3 hit points.
I'm gonna eat all of them.
Okay, I'm just putting a pink dot on Sebastian, so I know he has 2 good berries.
The dark vision I gave you is over.
Yes, good call. Let me go ahead and cancel that. Okay, with that in mind, Grask, I believe you're currently lugging around a torch, right?
Yep.
Okay,
How long
so
do those burn for?
it's probably like an hour as well.
So which way did we need to go?
We gotta go where you did your neat little magic trick through the keyhole.
All right, so we open this door.
You can go either way, they all connect. It might be faster to go from the
Right.
other one, actually, that you were at before.
Grask, do you want to not have a torch?
This door?
Yeah.
No, I need the torch to see.
I know, but I could do a little spell on you. On like
What
what?
if the spell stops working?
So there's nothing this way, you guys said, right?
Just empty cells. And a dead body, maybe.
Out of character, because I don't have perfect memory. I'm actually thinking the way we have to go still needs us to go through that awful room. Does it not?
No, this will connect. I was writing down the directions at first.
What about
This way?
it this way?
I mean, you can go either.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's go.
Pen,
This
you're
way.
gonna take a right. Yeah.
What's up at the top here? Let's do this. Way.
Adam, can Hugo cast light on his shield?
He can, yes. Let me go ahead and get that set up for you.
So that's the door that goes into that room where we stole the gems out of the eyes of the rat.
Which way do we go, Harmony?
Left.
Oh yeah, it's this door right here. This is the way you moved.
All right, everybody, get ready before I open this door.
You know, I have the ability to summon like a creature of some kind. We could like send a scout. Would that be
Have
helpful?
a living wall.
What did you say?
Like, just something to, like a cannon fodder.
I could also open the door with my with my mind if you don't want
All
to
right.
stand right next to it.
All right. Open away.
All right, so I will do Mage Hand from the telepathic Mage Hand.
Yes, telekinetic mage hand. So I'm trying to remember. You guys did not lock this door, but you closed it. So you're using your mage hand to just put it out towards the door handle and essentially just open it, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so that works. Sebastian doesn't actually move up, but unfortunately the scripts aren't that smart, so I'm just going to use him, and the door opens telekinetically.
After you.
All right, you guys with the light, hang back for a second. Let me scout ahead.
Your funeral, Corin 2. And he'll scoot up against the wall below and pass.
All right, I'm going to sneak.
Okay, so you're trying to be quiet as you make your way down the stairs?
Yep.
Okay, fair enough. So you start moving quietly down the stairs. So as you do so, you notice that it sort of wraps around, and it is a circular staircase that descends down below.
And I like to go down to the end of the stairs.
All right, so let me get your token over there so you can see what you see.
Does Roll20 actually let you have players on different pages?
It does, actually, yeah. All right, Pen, you continue descending the stairs, and this is what you see. I'm also going to move our camera over there just so folks watching can see.
I actually can't move down the stairs. I'm stuck.
You are stuck. Okay, let's move you one more. Let's see if that helps at all. All right, as you step there, I'm going to pause for a moment. Okay, so as you get to here, Pen, you notice as you're scanning around, thanks to your dark vision granted from your blessing here from your deity, you can notice that there is around this area what you would consider to be scoring, as though the stone is pitted from some kind of effect.
I'm just gonna examine the area and see if I can see anything that might be like a trap.
All right.
Going into the room.
Okay, yeah, give me a blind check as you search this area for traps. Oh, if you sent it, I haven't seen it yet. Just make sure you got your token selected for blind check.
I'm not getting the macro pop up.
Do you have your token selected so it should pop up in the top left?
Yep, not happening.
Really? Well, that's strange. Let me try moving you back a space, maybe. You might need to refresh if not. So, and just to clarify again, you're clicking on your token on the map, and the token action buttons that appear in the top left, you're saying none of those are popping up.
That is correct.
Give your screen a refresh. Maybe you're just having some lag or something. While that's occurring, back up in the other side, guys, you're waiting here. Is there anything in particular you're doing as Pen has descended down this circular area?
He says, we're not supposed to get separated. Can you see him, Grask?
No. He said this is what he wanted.
All right, there I am.
Trying to
All
sneak.
right, that works.
I don't like this. I'm gonna send a familiar down there if we're not gonna follow him.
So, Pen, what you're able to tell here as you scan around this area is at the edge of this tile here. So, you notice there's these grates here, right? But at the edge of this, there is some significant scarring or scoring of the stone. And you also notice that at the very edge is a pressure plate that is clearly connected to something, but you're not quite sure what.
All right, I'm gonna go back up then and tell everybody to get down to here, so we can just bring everybody down here if they want to come down to the stairwell,
All
and
right.
then let them know what's ahead.
So Penn invites everybody to come down the stairs. Do you all descend?
It's either that or I guess leave the campaign.
I'm gonna stop before we get to the pitted parts of the rock or the
And leave the
side.
campaign.
Yeah, don't go past me. There's a trap ahead of me. I wonder if I could disarm it.
Adam, could you bring me my... Maybe I can drag the torch on.
Yeah, I'll move it from the side. You won't be able to break the line cover.
I'm gonna try and disarm the trap.
Sure, yeah. So you take your thieves' tools out here, figuring if maybe you can jam this pressure plate to prevent it from going down. Go ahead and give me another blind check as you attempt to do just that. Okay, and confirm for me, did you take expertise in thieves' tools, or is it just straight up?
No, my expertise is in stealth.
Okay, so I think you get 2, right, as a rogue, just confirming neither is thieves' tools, right?
That is correct.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah, you put some of your mechanical wiring, that kind of stuff underneath this area, and yeah, it certainly looks like it's going to hold up.
Yeah, it's sleight of hand is my there.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, you got it.
All right, I think I got it disarmed, but I want to be the sacrificial lamb.
All right, I trust you. Hugo will walk out. It's disarmed, right?
I believe so, but you never know with these things. You know what I'm saying?
Hugo, as you step here, doing the best you can to avoid that pressure plate, it does definitely look like it is stuck up. Shouldn't be any kind of issue here. But there, as you're stepping across this area, you notice part of it kind of slides as though the pressure plate is actually separated in the middle. And unfortunately, you do trigger this trap. All right, guys, this is kind of a unique trap. So what I'm going to propose here is we're right about break time. Let's go ahead and break for the 15 minutes. We'll come back and see how devastated everybody is from this trap.
You mean just Hugo, right?
Wunderbar.
Oh, you think so, but no, unfortunately not. It's going to be a fun one, I promise you guys. All right, see everybody back in 15.
Oh, God.
What's your definition of fun?
Welcome back to the second half of our Scarlet Citadel campaign. The party has just stumbled into a very interesting situation with this triggered trap. Let's see what happens. All right, team. So as Hugo steps onto that area, which we had hoped was disabled, but unfortunately is not, triggering this trap, you hear the sound of some kind of mechanical movement as suddenly from the circular staircase, you can hear Sebastian shouting. So mechanically how this works is really interesting. I'll just tell you guys, it's kind of fun, but obviously when you're getting hit with stuff, it's not fun. But how this actually works is there's acid that is falling down in a flow that is going to come like this. So I scooted everybody slightly to make sure it was clearly obvious where everybody was as far as order. That's all that matters is order. Doesn't matter exactly where you are. It's just the order that you're in. So I made sure everybody was in an actual ordered spot. So with that in mind, how this works is the first 2 people that make this save are the person that's at the lowest point of the stairs and the highest point of the stairs. If they succeed, great. If they fail, they are unable to get out of the way, and that then impacts everybody in the middle. So it's kind of an interesting mechanic. So we'll start with Hugo. Dexterity saving throw, please. Okay, so Hugo, you're going to fail this saving throw, and having failed it, it means you're unable to get out of the way. So this is done a little bit asynchronously, but when the acid starts rolling down, you're unable to get out of the way. You're struck by the acid, so you'll suffer some damage. And then, I'll have to reload real quick, but then Sebastian will have to make the same check and see if he's able to get out of the way or not. Like I say, this will impact the people in the middle. So when I read this, I was like, oh, this is really interesting. Yeah, go ahead.
Hugo just has a dumb look of confidence on his face as he like smiles at Penn and just that's why he's like so flat-footed. He just doesn't even expect it to go off.
When you say we can't get out, you mean the people in the middle cannot like leave the trap area until Hugo's out of the way?
No, I'll show you here. So essentially, again, the acid is flowing down. We resolve the fact that Hugo is going to be struck by this after. So we know Hugo is going to be struck. Then now here comes Sebastian.
I think maybe people aren't aligned to me. For me, Hugo is right here. Is that where he is for you?
Yes.
Wouldn't it
You're
start
not
at the
orange. You're not
back and go through everybody?
Okay, so both Hugo and Sebastian have failed their saves. So what this means is as the acid starts coming down, Sebastian can't get out of the way, and neither can Hugo. So now we do the next two people, and unfortunately because Armony, Sebastian can't get out of the way, there's nowhere for you to go, so you're making the save at disadvantage. Okay, so you'll fail that save as well. Then we move to Penn on the other side of the closest to the bottom. Penn, Hugo can't get out of the way, so you're making the save at disadvantage.
Could I Misty Step out of the way, or do I need to use it, but it has to be a reaction?
No, unfortunately, this is just it happens and you're making a save. It's not like a reactable thing.
I think my character would shove them.
All right, so at disadvantage, unfortunately, that will fail. So everybody's failed. So now Grask, had either Penn or Armony succeeded, you would have had somewhere to basically slide to. But since neither of them succeeded, you also make this check at disadvantage.
Danger sense?
Danger sense will apply, so flat roll. And unfortunately, you will fail as well. So as this acid rolls down, completely covering all of you, we're going to, again, do this in order. So I'm going to start with Sebastian. Sebastian is hit for...
Please let that be a high roll, but I don't feel like it is.
Armony, you are hit for... That will take Armony to the ground. Grask, you are hit for. Penn, you are hit for. And finally, Hugo, you are hit for.
I'm going to cast Absorb Elements.
So post-absorb, so that reaction is upon suffering damage, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so that you can use. So post that, and I'll have to see what it applies to. As long as it applies to acid, obviously that's going to be your most beneficial. Yep, okay, so acid is one of the options. So you'll cut the acid down to 15, still 5 poison, so a total of 20 to you. Okay, so with that completed, let me make sure we're not locked. There we go. Okay, so we're not locked. All right, so as the acid sluice opens, drops down, rolls down the stairs, hits into all of you as you're all connected there, unable to move very well. You notice after it goes through Hugo, it hits those grates and drains down, and you can hear it all sort of collecting down there. We're not necessarily in initiative order, but Armony has dropped. Is there anybody that's going to aid her quickly?
Yeah, I mean, I'll at least pick her up off the ground.
Okay.
Just try to stabilize her.
Okay, so go ahead and give me a blind check medicine then, Hugo, as you pop up back the stairs and try to... Yes, okay, so you are able to stabilize Armony. Okay, so we're good now. Everybody suffered the damage. Everybody is where there is. There doesn't seem to be any other obvious immediate effects. What would you like to do, team?
I'll pick up Armony and get us off the stairs. I'll carry us to... here. Well, I'll move myself, and then you can pull.
I check for more traps too.
Grask,
because obviously,
as you step there, you realize there's another pressure plate, but as you step on it, you hear no effect.
What if I was the only one left? There was a moment there.
Okay, Hugo, you said you wanted to look for more traps. Go ahead and give me a blind check as Grass pushed
Yeah.
past you, past the grate.
I carried Harmony though.
Yep, and I put her at your feet. You don't find any other obvious traps. Obviously, you know now of the two, or at least the two pressure plates, the one that you're standing on and the one that Grass just touched.
Get out of that room.
Now that you guys are more in this area proper, let me give you the brief description that accompanies this. After a small landing, the spiral stairs open into an antechamber. A portion of the floor is formed of grating, and the antechamber has two exits, both with closed doors. As a quick reminder, we are now in cardinal direction, so up is north like normal, and we can all be regular now.
Can you feed someone a good berry like you can a potion?
You can squeeze the berry to a juice form and feed it to them that way, yes.
Does Harmony have any good berries on her?
I don't know. Are you spending some time searching her body looking for good berries?
We were all resting, so I didn't have.
She
anything
gave
to do.
everybody 2, right?
Yeah,
So let's just
yeah,
give her
I
our
have
2.
2. Yeah, I'll give 2.
They don't want to share.
I give her my 2.
Well, I'll give 1 and I'll eat 1.
Okay, so each of you, so Harmony will restore 3, and then whoever, that was Hugo, you'll restore 3 as well.
Harmony wakes up and says, "Oh, so you don't want to sleep on the couch tonight?" No, I'm just kidding.
What do you mean?
Harmony will use another balm, I guess.
Balm of the Summer Court, sure. And Harmony, I'll just say that as you're lying here prone, this juice, you're obviously restored. Your eyes are opening. You'll have that one level of exhaustion. You also realize you're currently laying on a pressure plate, and it is depressed.
Ugh. Should I not get off this?
Okay, wait, what? You're on top of a plate?
Can I try to fix it so it doesn't go off?
Okay, yeah, so go ahead and throw me a blind check as you attempt to do the same with this one. Okay, I will record that number. So I'm going to reveal on map where the two pressure plates are. There's that one that's quite obvious, and then the other one is marked by this red dot. So you guys have clearly identified those two.
I don't know what else. The dot is under Harmony, right?
Correct.
Hugo will step away. I'm scared to go anywhere, but I guess he'll step to here.
So Harmony did heal. She got 9 from good berries, and then 7 from her balm.
Yeah. But I got 3 from good berries and then 7 from my balm.
I know I gave you at least 2, and I think everybody else gave you some too, right?
Oh,
I think you get 6.
you gave me yours too? Okay.
Yeah.
I ate all of mine. Did you have any left? Where'd the other 2 go?
No, I ate them while we were resting.
Sebastian ate his too as well.
I gave her 1 and I ate 1.
So that's 3 then.
So, should I burn healing spells now to prepare us to open a door?
I think we should worry about the pressure plate that you're standing on first.
But just everybody just stay here, just relax for an hour.
I'm laying on it.
Nobody move. Everybody sit down and relax, and let's just take a short rest here. What do you think?
Well,
As long as she doesn't move, I think it'll be fine.
we can try. But be ready. Oh yeah, I'll do that too.
I don't know how to say this in character. I only have 1 hit dice left. So even if we short rest, I'm not getting much back.
Yeah, I'm reading through my spells.
You can always turn into something, right?
Yeah, I can, but I wanted to try to beef you guys up a little bit before we.
It's actually 12 though, because I only have 2 fighter levels.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll fix that macro.
Can I like conjure a healing spirit and then just like have it move around everybody?
You can, yeah. They just so you're aware, they did nerf healing spirit, so there's a limited number of uses on it now. But if you cast it, however many uses it has, you can decide how you want to dole those out. Essentially, what you're doing is you're playing limbo as everybody jumps into the spirit and jumps out. So once you cast it, I forget how many uses it is, something like 4 or something. Just decide who you want to get, and then you roll the dice, and they'll increment their HP by that much.
Yeah, that's what's like confusing if you're not in combat.
Is that worth more than Goodberry, which is 30 HP?
That's true. So this would only be 1d6. 4d6.
That can't even get as high as 30.
Can you put the healing spirit thing in the
Yeah.
chat?
Yeah, that's also
What
the
a-
second level, and Goodberries is the first level, right?
Yeah, the cool thing about Goodberry is then you guys can take extras with you too. Let's.
All right.
Did I cast it that time?
You did, yep. So as you cast the spell and you generate another 10 of these berries, Pen, you can hear clearly through the east door
What
And I
the
say-
hell?
Quick, everybody, take 2.
How can do we have enough time to eat them?
Nothing is immediately happening.
Let's scarf them down quick.
All right, I'll take 2.
I'll eat my 2.
Everybody
me
gets
too.
2.
Did only Penn hear that, or was that loud enough for all of us?
Just Pen, as he's right next to the door.
All right, say there's something on the side of the door.
Oh no.
Don't approach.
Oh, I got does the door look like it's open in or out?
Oh, the important question. Let's see. I would say it is going to open inwards.
Inwards, as in towards us.
Into the room.
So there's no
It's a
point
push door for us.
petoning it closed.
It's a push door for you, yep.
Check to make sure that door's not trapped.
Does it have a lock on it?
So it's essentially a set of double doors that meets in the middle. There's 2 handles on it. You don't see any obvious lock.
Take my rope and tie the 2 handles together so it can't open.
Okay, yeah, take rope off your sheet, but yeah, you tie it up pretty good. Go ahead and throw me a blind check, and that will be your sleight of hand intelligence modifier on how good it is tied.
That's the one you do have expertise in, right?
Can I cast guidance on him before he does that?
I can cast guidance on myself.
All right, as you cast guidance on the door, right next to the door, once again, you can hear, ah! Ah!
Even I heard that one. Doesn't like magic. Is this a door down here?
It is.
Hugo is scanning the floor here before he steps anywhere, but he will try to slowly approach the door.
So
He doesn't see any.
Yep, so high level, I know anytime you're in an area with traps, it gets to be one of those things where you get real paranoid and you want to be real careful. So just mechanically be aware that you're always getting your passive perception and passive investigation as far as spotting things like this according to the exact text of the module. So there are times where the module will say, if the team specifically looks here, give them a roll, meaning if you don't say I look here, even passive won't help you. So I would say, again, don't be to the point where you search every 5-foot square because that's going to just ruin the time and slow everything way down. But you are benefiting from those passive abilities.
Okay. In that case, I will move up towards this door.
Yep, yeah, and I appreciate you having that in your display there, Pen, so I'm always looking down there for any of those kind of things. Okay, yeah, Hugo, you step to there. No obvious issues as you are faced with the door.
Is this an innie or an outie?
That would push inwards. So away from you into whatever's on the other side.
Okay. I don't hear any obvious noise coming from the other side, I assume.
Based on your passive perception, you do not.
Don't open that. Not until we know nothing's coming from this door.
I had it shut. I think it'll be okay. But what about Harmony on this plate? As soon as she moves, it might go off.
Yeah, I'm not getting off it until everybody's out of here.
Do we have anything that's as heavy as her?
You guys can go and find Corrin's body and use that.
Nah, I'm pretty sure that's like a lot of different pieces by this point.
She looks like she weighs, what, about 2 pounds? Put my dagger down on it next to it. There you go.
According to my bio, 160.
All right, then.
I'm kind of beefy for an elf, actually.
Is that 160 with all your gear or just 160 standard weight?
Standard weight.
Plus your gear then, so keep that in mind. Now again, remember, Penn did try to disable this, so assuming he was successful, you should be okay, but obviously if he wasn't successful, then still dangerous.
Harmony, we'll switch places. And I don't want to fall prone, but I want to occupy the same space so she can walk off.
Okay. So basically her body weight is on the plate. You put your body weight there too. She steps off. You don't notice any change in the plate.
Yep.
I mean, should I try this door so that if we get off of that plate, we can not all be in this room?
Yeah.
Stop me if anyone
they're
doesn't.
not coming, Ben. If we move down and an enemy comes up from behind us, we'll have nowhere to run.
That's true.
Someone listen at that door and make sure they're not coming.
Now listen at the door. Is that a perception or just a blind check, right? Yeah.
Blind check, yeah. All right, so you step up to the door, cast the spell with verbal components, echoing out the words of your magic spell, and then you put your ear to the door, listening carefully. You can hear the sound of what sounds like bubbling liquid through the door.
No, it's bubbling liquid.
I'm getting nervous, guys.
Liquid.
Like more acid.
I have enough healing for more adventures.
What about this door? Is it open in and out, or?
That would open away from you into whatever is to your south.
It's a single door, not like a double door like the other one, right?
Nope, this one is a double door as well.
Oh. Hmm. All right, everybody, I'm opening the door.
All right, as you open this door, Pen, you notice 3 huge vats stand along the south wall of this chamber. Although the vats appear to be sealed and covered by clear crystal lids, the air is acrid. Your nostrils sting, your eyes water, and you want to cough. The vats are linked by a complex web of hoses and tubes that gurgle and pulse as foul-looking bubbles and smears of slime trickle through them. The equipment makes this room resemble a distillery, poisonous, rusted, cruft-encrusted distillery. A desk is pushed against the north wall between 2 doors. You won't actually see the other door at this point. Writing implements are neatly arranged on it.
All right, I will then close the door and tell everybody what it is. I don't want to smell that stuff.
That's where they make the acid that got us.
Well, yeah.
Should we try and run back upstairs and just jump over that trap, or should we? What do you think? Or just wait here for an hour and take a short rest? What do you think?
How bad was it when you put your mouth and your face in there? If we put like a damp cloth over our mouth, can we go in there?
Maybe.
I think we should investigate inside that room, and then have Grask jump off the plate. It might be disabled.
Yeah. Do you want to try going into the room first, or releasing the plate
Everybody
first?
like wrap like a scarf over their face or something, I guess, is what you're saying to try.
Yeah. It's better than being in this room when he gets off that plate. I'll tell you that much. It might be nothing, but more of that acid might fall on us. So Hugo will take like a scrap of cloth, like some of the similar to the stuff that he was putting in his ears, and just sort of.
So unless you have some spare cloth, I'll assume you're like pulling something off of like a shirt or something like that for a makeshift scarf, we'll call it.
I had to send a poisoner kit come out. I think I got like and it allows me to do those 2 things. Can I try and see like if that mist would be like really poisonous or?
I think that is more for like analyzing liquids and that kind of thing. Let me just double check what it says real quick.
Yes.
So I will say that what you're seeing so far, again, think of this, I'm trying to think of the best way to describe this. It's not like you felt like you were suffering damage. You can just tell that there is an odd effect in this room, and not necessarily that it's, again, not like it's a mechanical effect. This is a description for the most part.
Okay, can I tell that gas is poisonous or not?
So you don't really see that there's a gas. You don't think that there's necessarily gas. There's just this, the air is acrid is what it says. So think of it kind of as like entering, I don't know, like a laboratory. When you go into a laboratory, and sometimes you get this kind of off odors, that kind of thing. So it's sort of like when you're breathing, your mouth is getting dry. You're kind of getting dry mouth, that kind of thing.
All right, so I just want to make sure that the air doesn't seem to be poisonous before we go in there.
From using only your poisoner's kit, I would say you have no way of knowing that.
All right.
I think we go in there. I'm gonna tie this around my mouth.
All right, I'll open the door again. Good luck.
Tie it around your nose too.
And can I recast or cast light on my shield?
You can, yeah. Unfortunately, those are map specific, so if I ever miss that, just remind me. Let me throw that on you right now. There you go.
I still can't really see.
Oh, did that not apply the light? Let me try again. Maybe the script's crashed. Let's see. Just going to restart those real quick. Doesn't look like they crashed. Okay, let me give it a try.
Is there just like a wall next to me right here? Is that why I can't?
A wall to your east? Yes.
No, to my west, because it's like cut off here.
There we go.
Yep. There we go. Yeah.
Yep, sorry about that. For some reason, it didn't take the first time I clicked it.
No worries, no worries. Okay, this is way less scary. All right. So I step in. I look around to make sure I don't see anyone, obviously, like hiding amongst the vats and stuff like that. But, and then I'll move a little bit further in towards the table.
Okay, and I was trying to remind myself. I was pretty sure one of you had this ability. Just double
detect poison.
Yeah, is that your minor or major? I'm trying to see if you wrote that down.
It is. I think I have it all the time.
Okay, so you're permanently detecting poison. So I can tell you now for sure the air is not poisonous.
It's not poison in here, Pen.
How do you know, Hugo?
Just have a sense. Also, I'm not dying, so there's that. You might want to be careful, though.
Yes, I agree. We must be very careful. Oh, my stomach is so full.
From the berries?
Oh, yes, it's very feeling. Smaller berries.
Do the vats, does that look like the same stuff that fell on us, that got dropped on us?
As far as color goes, absolutely. I mean, it is a sealed vat, so it's hard to tell what's in there, the consistency of it, that kind of thing. I will say on a high level, it looks more like slime, less runny than the acid that was more of a liquid, a water that rushed down the stairs at you.
Do we tell Grass to make a run for it?
Yes. Let me just admit, yes. All right, Grask. Run to us, quick as you can.
Okay, Grass is going to take his great axe in one hand and just kind of try and use it to like weigh down the pressure plate. He doesn't know necessarily how much force it takes to keep it down, but with that push down on it, he's going to try and get as 5 feet away from it and then take another step after.
Okay, yeah, so as you step away from it, still depressing the plate with your great axe, you step away, removing the great axe, and you notice that the plate stays depressed.
Can I tell why it's sad?
Because Penn disabled it.
Hmm.
I think it worked. Didn't raise back up.
Good job. Does anybody want to search this desk?
Yeah, can I search the desk?
You can, yeah. So you look across the desk and you can see that there is a drawer here and there's also some stuff on top. So there's a notebook. It looks like some kind of a record, perhaps. You can see there's obviously writing in it. It looks fairly dense. You could spend some time looking at it if you wish. You also notice several quills and 3 jars of ink. One is blue, one is red, one is green.
Is the notebook open?
It is, yes.
All right, I'm just going to look at it without, turning pages or anything and try and read like the first page, whatever's there.
on a high level, without, say, spending maybe a minute, it looks to be a log of something, whether that's instances, tests, events, it's hard to say, but it looks like it's sort of documenting time with a dash and then these little notations that you assume are some kind of results, but they're not like words that would say like did well or whatever. It's like 3 marks, 2 marks, 7 marks, that kind of thing.
Okay. And I'm going to check the door for traps.
Okay, sure, yeah. Blind check as you search the desk drawer for any kind of traps. No, it does not seem to be trapped.
All right. I'm going to then open the drawer and search through the rest of the desk and search for any kind of false bottoms to the drawer or any other kind of things like that.
All right, as you carefully pull the desk drawer outwards, you notice inside there are more quills, loose sheets of paper, some blotting sand, and 3 potion vials.
Ooh.
Does it look like there's anything in the potion vials, or are they just empty?
No, it looks like each one of them contains a liquid.
All right. Can I
Grab.
examine the liquids in it?
Visually, just looking at it.
Smell it. Open it up, smell it a little bit, and see if I can.
So it sounds like you'd like to take one of the vials out, uncork it, and put it to your nose to get a whiff?
Yeah, or pour it into my poisonous kit and check and see if it's poisoned.
All right. As you grab the first vial and pull it out of the drawer, you notice those jars of ink that are sitting on top of the desk right now. The green one actually tips over, and you see this liquid suddenly begins to pour out right before you, Pen. Fairly quickly, you notice this gathering blot of green liquid on the ground.
Well, that's weird.
I'm gonna.
We are in initiative order. So go ahead, Pen, roll a second initiative. Let's see what you are now, 12. Roll another one. We'll see if that's higher. And then same for you, Armony. Okay, so that is higher, so we'll take that higher number. And that is definitely lower, so we'll keep that. Okay.
Did I already use my circle of dream?
I don't think you did. I know Grask used his. I don't think you used yours.
Do I still have it if the person that gave it to me is not with us any longer?
I don't think it said anything about it going away, so...
Yeah, I would think the same. Yeah, unless it says, oh, this effect goes away when they die. But to be honest with you, your initiative's a 2. I think it would just make it a 4. I'm not sure how much it'll help you here.
Okay, I'll hold off.
All right, fair enough. So we move to the top of the round. I'm going to unlock tokens. There's a move to Grask's turn, and I put on a little bit more tense music.
What the hell did you do? I think this is my favorite song. Alright, I'm going to recklessly attack it with Great Weapon Master.
Okay. All right, recklessly attack it, so that would be at advantage. Yes, your blade will connect. All right, as you slash into it, you notice the ink kind of separates a bit, but you realize it's resistant to your strike.
Everything in this place can't die normally.
Okay, next up is Hugo.
Alright. Hugo's going to... I'll back up 1. And then he will cast... I'm just going to keep it simple. Toll the Dead on that.
All right, yeah, go ahead and throw that, and a spell effect roll. Yes, you'll notice the necrotic energy boils through it, bubbling as it turns a little bit darker.
Alright, and then... I guess that's the end of my turn.
Okay, Pen, your turn.
Ask a question. So, sacred flame says like a flame-like radiance descends, but it's radiant damage, so it can't really catch anything on fire, right?
Correct. Yes, not actually fire, it's radiant energy.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm gonna take a flask of oil out and smash it on the thing.
Okay, so you're using your action to douse the this ink with the flask of oil.
And then, as my cunning action, I am going to disengage.
All right, so first you're going to make a ranged attack roll. So roll 2d20. This will be at disadvantage because you're right next to the creature.
I kind of just pour it on it.
So if you look at the text there that you posted, it says you can splash the oil onto the creature within 5 feet of you, or throw it up to 20 feet. So yeah, but it still says make a ranged attack against the target.
You could also pour the flask of oil on the ground to cover a 5-foot square area.
You can do that if you wish. It just won't be on the creature. It'll be on the creature's space.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Okay, yeah, that'll work. So that space will be covered with oil.
And then I am going to disengage and that's the end of my turn.
Alrighty. Okay, so what you notice is the creature's form kind of wavers and grows larger. It was this kind of just blot on the ground, and now it has grown to be the size of a medium-sized creature.
Does anyone have a... We don't have a torch, right? Or are we just using the light?
I have one that I dropped.
Oh, so you don't have it on you. Alright, never mind then. We're good.
Okay, so as it does that, again, you notice this change in the creature. It is going to move. It will move to here, and then to here. Grass, you can take an opportunity attack if you wish.
Okay, I forget Reckless. Is it all my attacks, or is it just the one that's on my turn?
I think it says till the end of your turn, right? You might want to check that text.
Yeah, attacks this turn. Yeah, okay. I will... Can I choose to switch Great Weapon Master off at this time?
Yeah.
What?
All right, that will connect. Go ahead and post damage. Okay, striking into it, once again separating some of that liquid. This time, however, as you do, you notice at this larger size, when you strike into it, some of that ink splashes back upon you. And you suffer 1 point of acid damage, Grask.
That kills me.
All right, as it gets up next to you, Pen, you notice this creature has made a beeline right for you. As it does, it is going to attempt to reach out and strike you. I will need 2 defensive rolls, please. All right, both of those will indeed connect. So on the first strike, Pen, you'll suffer 16 total damage, and then it hits you a second time for 10 damage, so a total of 26 points of damage there.
Alright, I'm unconscious.
All right, Pen, you drop to the ground. Okay, so with Pen down, Sebastian's turn. Let's see, he will pop to this side, grapple Pen, and pull him backwards, provoking opportunity attack from the creature. Whoop, wrong one. Oh, that will critically hit Sebastian. Okay, just a regular hit. All right, so Sebastian here is bludgeoned and burned by this acid. Okay, so he's checking his speed. So he'll be able to pull back one more. Okay, we move to Arminy's turn.
Don't let it cut off our exit.
Can Armini see the oil that Pen splashed on it, like still on its surface?
Is
Or does
actually
it-
on the ground. It does not look like it absorbed into the ink at all. The ink sort of just rolled over it.
Okay. Then I am not going to try to set it on fire. I'm going to sacred flame it.
All right.
I meant to try hitting it from the. Oh well.
Go ahead and throw a spell effect roll as well to see if you're able to connect with this radiant damage on the creature. All right, you are. As the radiant energy descends, it is burnt by that radiant energy.
That one damage. That's all I rolled.
That is 1 damage. Yeah.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter if it's to hit roll or not. You still have to roll that to. Like sometimes it takes like a hit, and then sometimes it's just a save and throw. But even if it's just a save and throw, you still got to do that spell effect roll.
Yes, because saving throws would be rolled by the enemy or the GM, and I put all the dice in the player's hand. So instead of me rolling a saving throw, they're rolling a spell effect roll, which is essentially exactly the same mechanically. It's just they're rolling it instead of me rolling the save.
Okay, I didn't know what that was. All right, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Good question. Anything else on your turn here, Harmony?
No.
Don't let him cut us off.
What did you say?
Head to the exit.
Okay.
Let it cut us off.
All right. I don't want to get closer to it.
It's already taken its reaction.
What? So how does exhaustion affects me?
So if you set it on your sheet, let me make sure you did that. It will tell you exactly what it does in the middle there.
Oh, right there.
Yep, so if you just increment that 0 to a 1 right in the middle there, it'll tell you exactly what the effect is.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. I mean, I'm still gonna land right next to it.
Don't you have mobile?
Yeah, but I have to do a melee attack and dash.
Well, remember, you already cast Sacred Flames. That was your action.
Yeah. I'm just gonna. This is as close as I can get without. I don't even like being this close.
It's hard to do this. 'Cause I get the feeling you're kind of a newer player, and if that's not true, I apologize as well. That creature's already taken its reaction.
But I can't dash, so I'm gonna land right next to it.
So it can't make any kind of opportunity attacks. That's what he's saying.
So I
Oh.
think you could get to about there if you wanted to, Harmony.
Oh, I was thinking I was 30. Never mind. Okay. Thanks.
I don't want to tell you how to play, so I'm not going to do that again. We have lost someone already today.
All right, Grask, your turn.
Okay, I am going to move up to. Remind me, if I'm fighting something and my friend wants to move through me, it's difficult terrain?
If you're engaged with an enemy, yes, moving through you becomes difficult terrain.
Okay, so I'll go here. Here, can I do that? Can you see that?
I can't see it right now. Yeah, if you release it, probably if you're doing that. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, I'll do that. I will rage.
Okay.
With the sea aura, so you see the dorsal fin on Grask flip out again as he crackles with electricity that dashes towards the creature.
Okay, and so
I think we ever fixed it. We keep saying
no,
we will.
I keep forgetting to do this. Yeah, so this is for you. It's Constitution based though. So just roll a d20. I'm gonna have to remember to build this in for you. Okay, and I'm adding 5 for your con plus your proficiency. So that is an 11, and against its dexterity saving attack roll. So that will not affect it. So I believe it's half damage, right?
That's right.
All right, so I will apply 2 lightning damage to the creature.
Okay, and then I'm gonna recklessly, ragelessly, great weapon masterly attack it.
Okay. So that is a 7. That will miss.
Okay, that is me. That's my action and bonus action.
Okay, Hugo's turn. Uh-oh, we didn't lose Hugo, did we? Sounds like we might have. Okay, let's skip Hugo for now. We'll move to Penn. So, Penn, you're on the ground. Set yourself to GM, please, and then roll a death save. All right, perfect. And then we move to the enemy's turn. Okay, enemy is next to Grask here. Oh, sounds like we got Hugo back. Yeah, Hugo, your turn.
I don't know what happened. All right, so I'm gonna cast Burning Hands.
Okay, as a reminder, I think last time you were a little worried about the exact range of Burning Hands, so it's a 15-foot cone. If you want to do that smart AoE thing and pop it up so you know exactly what the radius is, then make your movement, feel free to do that.
Okay.
You want me to walk you through those steps again about how to get that on screen?
Sure, yeah, one more time probably.
Yep. Yeah, no worries. Top right corner, bulleted list icon. Click that, and then under the macros header, you're going to find one that says Cast-Burning Hands. Make sure your token is selected, and click that die icon just left of the word Cast-Burning Hands. Perfect. All right, now you got the targeting icon on map, and it's going to be right. So wherever you put it, now as long as you have that selected, you're going to have these token action buttons in the top left of your corner that's going to say CCW or CW. Each one of those will turn it slightly a different direction. So now that you have it up exactly how it is, feel free to decide where you're going to move when you cast the spell, and you're going to know exactly what it's going to hit.
Oh, it's gonna be right here, baby. I'm gonna say Grask, duck. And since now he's an evocation subclass wizard, I can spell sculpt this to not hit Grask.
Okay, perfect. And that means he just suffers no damage at all, right? No effect.
Yep, no effects.
Excellent. Okay, now go ahead and go ahead and click the trigger all when you have that little targeting icon selected, and it will automatically roll the save for the creature and roll any checks. Okay, so unfortunately it doesn't know spell sculpt, so Grass, give yourself the 3 back. Okay, so yes, he is going to fail that save, and you're going to notice that he is resistant to fire damage. He will suffer 5 damage.
Adam, I think it actually did 10 to me.
You are right. Yeah. Yes, you are right. I'm sorry. Give 10 back. I was saying 3 because I was looking at your saving throw roll. Okay, so that is your action, Hugo. Anything else on your turn?
I guess I will. I'll just move over this way.
All right, now we're on the creature's turn, and as it is facing off against Grask, who recklessly attacked, it is going to attack Grask at advantage. Grask, I need you to make 2 defensive rolls, please, at disadvantage.
I'm on the phone with my dad right now.
So the first one you will manage to dodge, but the second one connects.
I hate you, Dad.
All right, so you are raging, so that bludgeoning damage will get cut down to 4, but the acid damage, you're not bear, right? Right, because you're the aura one. Okay, so 4 bludgeoning, 8 acid for 12. Okay, next up is Sebastian's turn. Sebastian will try to stabilize Pen, but fails to do so. Okay, we'll move to Harmony.
Harmony is going to squeeze her last good berry into Pen's mouth.
Okay, action to feed a good berry to Pen. Pen, you're restored 3 HP. You become conscious with 1 level of exhaustion. That was your action, Harmony. Anything else? Okay, next up is Grask.
Okay, I need to just not get murdered by this guy, so I'm not going to recklessly attack. I'm taking off Great Weapon Master. I'm going to swing the Great Axe at him.
Okay. Yes, that will connect. Okay, once again, he's wounded. However, like before, as you strike into him, you notice that that splash of his body strikes back towards you. And you'll suffer 5 acid damage.
That's bad. That's terrible. Do I get the sense that that's something he's using his reaction to do, or it's anytime he's hit?
Give me a blind check to see if you're intuitive to know that. You think this is anytime he's hit.
That's terrible. And is it... I hit him with the lightning and it didn't happen.
Correct.
Correct? I mean, I would have seen it. I don't know if anyone was just not near him when we did it, or we forgot to do it.
So far, the only time you've noticed this is when you've struck it with a melee weapon within 5 feet.
Cool. I'm going to use the lightning order again as bonus action. Without rage. Ignore that.
All right, and throw me a... Just throw a Constitution saving throw, because that'll work out the same way since you're proficient in that. Okay, that will fully affect him.
We have to get out of here. I will sadly end my turn.
All right, Hugo.
Seeing fire not working, Hugo's going to instead cast Magic Missile.
All right, yeah, go ahead and post that. Whatever you roll, we'll multiply that by 3. I assume you're casting this at first level?
Yep, that's the only level Hugo's got.
All right, perfect. Yeah, go ahead and post that. Like I say, we'll multiply it by 3 for the 3 missiles. Nice. So all 3 missiles fire from your hand here, Hugo, smacking into this ink, and he suffers 15 damage.
We can take 1 bottle of ink. And Hugo will go over here, and I'm gonna try to pick up the flask that the thing came out of.
Okay.
And sort of examine it. Whatever, probably next turn. But,
yes. What is currently in your hands? Remind me.
empty hand and shield.
Empty hand and shield. Okay. So interact with object. You pick it up. Don't have enough time to quite analyze it or investigate it at this point.
Okay. And then, 1 second. Yeah. Nothing I'm going to do is going to do really anything here. I guess I'll action surge.
Okay.
And then I will cast Toll the Dead on it.
All right. Go ahead and burn your action surge. So that uses that usage. And then throw your Toll the Dead and a spell effect roll.
Ugh.
That is a bad one. But yes, that will affect it as you notice a slight amount of necrotic energy run through the creature.
Yeah, that is the end of my turn.
Okay, move to Pen, currently prone on the ground.
All right. I like to use my. I like to get up,
All right, half movement, you stand up.
move to there, and Sacred Flame him.
All right, you conjure down a sacred flame. Okay, I'm guessing yours is also not set. I'll set that for you real quick, but based on your roll of a 2 there, he is going to evade that. All right, we move to the creature's turn. Before your eyes, Grask, you notice as the creature continues roiling, it grows once again. And then, Grask, it is going to continue striking you. 2 defensive rolls, please. You manage to evade both attacks this time. Okay, move to Sebastian's turn. He is actually going to take his shield off and put it on his back. That's his action. And then interact with object. He's going to sheath his rapier. It looks like he's anticipating grabbing his bow. We move to Armony.
Harmony is going to take this healing spell for a ride.
All right, so bonus action, and where would you like to put your healing spirit, and what does it look like?
It looks like, what are those, like, tree women?
Dryad?
Yeah, it looks like one of those.
All right, you conjure forth this tree form, and where would you like to put it exactly?
She's gonna start off on Grask.
If that is improper or somehow immoral there, Grass, sorry if it looks like she's doing something to your token, but that's where she's at.
What a weird. What is that stance?
I don't know. That was the first one on the list.
That's really funny.
I can't see it, guys. My torch is over on the floor over there.
Okay, so that is just a bonus action.
Correct, yes.
Interesting. Then we will go ahead and Sacred Flame it.
All right, yes, go ahead and throw that and a spell effect roll. Yes, that will strike it as it is burned for the 6 radiant damage.
Every time it gets bigger, it has more hit points.
I don't know. Maybe. Is that what's happening? Hard to say. Okay, move to Grask's turn, and I'm just double checking your vision here, Grask. Okay, so you can...
You're on the bleeding edge.
you can vaguely see. All right. So just to clarify now, Armony, so your healing spirit is on top of Grask, and this says, let's see, until the spell ends, whenever you or a creature you can see moves into the spirit space for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, you can cause the spirit to restore 1d6 HP. Is that what you'd like to do now, Armony?
Yep.
Okay, so you'll get back 6 HP, Grask, with Disciple of Life plus the 4 that she rolled. So 6 back to Grask. And that's one of your uses of the spell Harmony. Whatever your Wisdom modifier is, you'll get that plus 1 uses of this. All right, Grask, so you got that HP back, and what would you like to do?
Oh, not be here, mainly. I can barely do anything for it. What I really would like to have happen is Sebastian takes some hits for me. So I think my plan this turn is I'm going to Hungry Jaws it and disengage.
And that's quite interesting, because you did notice him switch to his bow. So, but yes, go ahead.
Well, I can only take... Well, let me think here. How many hits can I take? Maybe we can kill it. Maybe... Fuck it. We gotta. It has to work. Alright, we're all in. I'm not gonna reckless it, because I'd like to not absolutely die next turn, but here comes the smash.
Okay, that will certainly connect. Okay, striking into it solidly. Once again, you see that spurt back towards you. 7 Amisted damage to Grask.
I cannot get a read on that number, man.
I know, don't you love this hidden values being rolled? It's so mysterious.
It was 1, then 5, then 7. Oh, I'm ruined. Okay, bonus action is going to be the Sea Aura.
Sea Aura, yep, and go ahead and throw another con save. Yeah, so that will certainly affect it, as it will suffer that lightning damage. So it sounds like Disciple of Life might not be calculating properly. I'm going to do scroll up. So it's supposed to be 2 plus the level of the spell. Yeah, it looks like it's not adding that properly. So Grass, go ahead and give yourself another 2 back. Good catch, Hugo.
That could make or break this. That's my action and my bonus action. Let me look on my sheet for the extra special magic action I did. I had a temp HP from something forever. I'm going to switch that to a real HP.
Yep, yeah, because you've been hit multiple times since then. Okay, Hugo's turn.
All right. Yeah, I mean, he's not getting too close to this guy. Theoretically, this thing doesn't look like it could fall prone, right?
Well,
Doesn't really have...
it is a blob of ink on the ground. It doesn't have any feet, so if that was whatever that tells you.
All right. Does Penn still have the bottle that he pulled out? That the thing started chasing him and attacking him?
Yes, right when he pulled it out is when everything happened. So I assume it's still in his hand. I didn't hear him say he threw it or anything.
Well, I was unconscious, so I'm pretty sure it probably fell out of my hand, right?
We can certainly assume it's in the it's rolling somewhere around where Sebastian, Penn, and Armony is. Sure.
Okay, they're not close to me. So I'll just take a look at the bottle in my hand and see if there's any sort of way to entice this thing back into the bottle it came from.
I'm trying to think what you mean by that. Like, are you trying to figure out if you could be like, "Come here, buddy, come on," and if he'll jump back in? So you're saying?
I'm trying to figure out if it's a magical like item that like this thing emerges from, but if it just looks like a regular thing, a regular like empty ink bottle.
So here's what I'll say: if you want to use your action to try to gather some kind of information by analyzing this bottle, I'll let you do that.
Oh, please just
I'm not going to do that. Just I don't think it'll work. So I'm gonna I'll just drop this thing on the ground, the ink bot.
Okay, so you essentially just dropping it, right?
Yeah, I'll say screw it.
All right, you see it hits the ground and just starts like rolling away.
And I'll cast Toll the Dead on it.
All right, Toll the Dead on the creature. Yeah, go ahead and post that in a spell effect roll. Oh man, that's such unlucky rolls from Hugo on that spell. That will hit it, yeah.
Every little bit helps.
Damage.
And then I will telekinetic. I'm gonna move back, and I'm going to telekinetically pull it towards me.
Does that have a size restriction?
Large or less, I believe. And this guy's currently large, so yeah. I think these two soundtracks are connecting really well. Every break in the drums, I hear a bird. Ah! Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's large or less. We'll go with that. So, yeah, that will work. You are managing to pull the ink closer to you. Okay, Penn, your turn.
All right, bonus action. I am going to hex it.
Okay, nice. It is hexed. I think you get to pick a stat on something. Or, yeah, what ability would you like to have disadvantage?
Strength, I guess, in case it tries to grapple with somebody.
Okay.
And then I will clockwork bolt it.
All right, you line up a shot aiming through your allies. You can set yourself back to public again, even with cover.
Oh, wait. I guess... should get sneak it.
Yep, yeah, you can post that separately. So
Should
even
get sneak attack here.
Yes, you will. Yep, so even with cover, you do manage to connect. So you've got the hex damage, you've got the piercing damage from the bolt itself. I'm going to take your necrotic, your piercing, and your sneak, add all that together. I'm not applying the slashing yet, because that goes next turn.
Right.
Okay, and this is piercing damage and necrotic damage. Just double checking his resistances real quick. This seems to be fully effective. Yes, so as you conjure up this arrow, you use your magic on the arrow to add this sort of clockwork effect, fire it off over Grax's shoulder, hits into the ink puddle, definitely wounds it.
All right, it's the end of my turn. Yep, where's my butt?
All right, we move to the creature's turn, and the creature is still going after you. Here, Grass, 2 defensive rolls, please.
Does it grow first?
It does not. It manages to hit you on both of these attacks, Grask.
All right, let's hope the first one doesn't take me down.
21 points of damage, but you're raging, so we'll cut that 5 off, so 16 on the first one.
That does take me down, so
All right.
I'll be down with 2 death saves.
Well, it's going to be an auto crit, so we first have to see what the effects of that crit are. So the primary damage of this is acid, so please roll an acid crit against yourself. Okay, so that's a true crit, and then we have to see if this could possibly do enough damage to kill you, but I think with your amazing HP rolls, it's not going to be possible. No, it's not. So 2 failed death saves. Yeah, that's where you're at. Okay, then we move to Sebastian's turn. So he has bow in hand, but seeing Grass go down, he'll pop up and try to give a medicine check here to stabilize. And he manages to succeed on that. And Grass, you are stabilized. That's his action. So then he will back up and look to the rest of the team for some help as he backs up a little further. And we move to Armini's turn.
Okay. For bonus action, the healing spirit is going to move to Pen.
All right, let me slide that.
No, heal me.
Did he say no heal me or don't heal me? And she's going to go up to Grask and...
Oh, I thought you were way further away. I'm totally blind for every space beyond my own.
So can you, just because I'm just curious, you can't use a spell that's a bonus action as an action?
That's correct. If it says bonus action, you have to use it as a bonus action.
Interesting. Okay, well, she's gonna run up to him and cast Cure Wounds
All right, cure wounds.
with some Disciple of Life.
Yeah, and let's make sure that's applying appropriately. I believe it's supposed to be 2 plus the level of the spell. So yeah, looks like it's not adding that level of the spell in. I'll check that afterwards. So add 12 to Grask. Okay, and now Grask, you are prone but conscious.
He will stand back up reluctantly.
Okay, half your movement.
I feel at this point we're kind of all in. So I'm gonna.
I hope we're not.
We're all in on this thing dying, and it's gotta be this turn. So he's gonna rage again, do another C or a with it. Oh, that's bad. It's 1 no matter what. There's no point in rolling it, right?
Yeah, true. All right, I took that 1 off.
Okay, and then I will recklessly Great Weapon Master attack it. Check my sheet again to make sure there's nothing hidden here. I don't know what I'm looking for every week. Some extra thing I don't know for.
All right, that will connect. Okay, with this very mighty blow, even with resistance, that will be enough to destroy the creature. As you slash into it very solidly here, Grass, you notice it kind of quivers as it begins to retract, folding in on itself over and over and over until it is once again just a small puddle of ink.
As it shrinks, Grass just continues smashing away at it as it gets smaller.
All right, yeah, you keep whacking out at it, and yeah, it seems to just get small and small and just stays there as a blob on the ground.
Do I get one final acid splashback or not when it dies?
No, but thanks for reminding me, because it has a special effect when it dies. So I'll give you
No, I didn't remind you of that. It's okay.
I'll give you inspiration for reminding me of that, because yes, it has a thing called Death Burst. So Death Burst, you can make a dexterity saving throw. If you succeed, you'll half that damage.
Danger sense.
Advantage then, nice. Okay, so 14. Yes, that will succeed. So you will suffer 5 points of acid from it dying.
Oh my god. Are we out of combat?
We are, yes. Let me get that out of there.
Okay.
We're leaving.
The Dryad is gonna heal Pen.
You better jump into that dryad real quick, Resk.
So it looks like you have a total of 4 of these, Armini. You've used 1 so far. So yeah, feel free to dish 3 more out.
Pen, Grask, and whoever still looks worse.
So go ahead and roll a
Corin.
1d6 plus 5.
Oh, I roll every time?
Yeah, go ahead and do 1d6 plus 4. Pen will get that much, and then another 1d6 plus 4, and Grass will get that. Corin, don't do that. I laughed too hard.
Just like throwing those little jabs in there.
Absolutely.
Did they get, oh, okay, that's the Disciple of Life is the 4?
Yes, yep, you should have been getting 4. So that's 9 back to Pen, 7 back to Grask, and then you have 1 final use. Who would you like to give that to?
Okay, I'm gonna do Grask.
All right, go ahead and roll another d6 plus 4, and Grask will get that. Nice.
Army
We
has
have
so
to
much
go.
healing inside of her. It's crazy.
We have to go. I'm done with the healing. There's no more healing. There's no more good berries. There's no more nothing.
I feel like you might even still have bomb, don't you? Or is that proficiency?
No, it's all gone. It's all gone. We have to run.
All right, let's leave. Here you go. Grab the papers from that desk.
Yeah, I'll grab all the stuff from the desk.
All of the stuff, meaning everything,
Do
even
not.
mundane?
No.
I mean, if there's like
Ink.
open ink things, I don't want to
Take those ink things and throw them in the acid pits.
So there's 2 ink jars left. There is a blue and a red one. There's
Pick them up and throw them in the acid.
There's the notebook. There is a bunch of scraps of paper. There's sheets of paper. There's quills. Let me know when you say all of it what you're taking.
The red and the blue ink pots. Is that you said? There's 2 more ink pots.
There's yeah. So these are jars of ink, and there's a blue and a red one, and then there's 2 more potions because Pen grabbed 1, so there's still 2 more potions, and then there's loose sheets of paper. There's blotting sand. There's quills. I'm just trying to get an idea. When you say everything, are you literally like hands out and just scooping everything in, or what are you doing?
I was going to, but instead, and you said there was a book of some kind, right?
Yes,
too?
there is a notebook.
So I'm going to snatch up the notebook, and I'm going to throw that in my bag, and then I'm going to quickly grab the 2 potions and start running.
I'm going to take the red and the blue potion.
The red and blue ink vials.
Yep. And
Okay.
walk them over to the acid thing and drop them in.
Okay, so as you look at this, you notice that these are sealed vats. There doesn't seem to be like a hatch that you can like turn and open.
All right. Never mind. I'll just keep them then. Put them in my pocket.
Okay, feel free to add red and blue ink vials to your suit.
And just to make sure with my my detect poison and stuff like that, it's nothing from these potions is pinging off of that.
Feel free to remind me of that at all times. I may forget, but yes, as you look, none of the things that you just grabbed detect as poison or disease.
What is this Christmas tree?
That's the Dryad of Healing.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! Oh my god!
So weird. Why is it not just standing like person?
I do not know. It's the first one on the list.
I thought it was a Christmas tree.
All right. Are we running?
All right, everybody jump over that trap just in case.
All right. Sebastian, lead the way.
All right, you notice Sebastian very carefully puts like his foot at the edge of this grate and then leaps over this gap to get up the stairs. All right, and I assume everybody's going to do the same, and you guys are making your way up to the first level. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yep.
All right, excellent. Let me just make sure I've got you all up there. Okay, so you guys all come off the stairs and begin to make your way out of that area.
Is it cool if on this map right here we write something to say acid trap at bottom? Like, because I'm not going to remember next week.
Yes, you can do that. Just try to put it somewhere that's not like obstructing anything on the screen.
See? We fought something and won. I'd like to think that was because of Corin. It's helping us. Omni, you had a way to find stuff out about magical items, right? Or am I imagining that?
Yeah, if I was well rested and had all of my magical reserves, that would be an option.
I guess
We're
should we
still
head?
leaving.
Yeah,
I
should we head
can't.
back?
I can't cast a. Can I cast a level 1 spell at a level 2?
Yes, you can.
Oh, well, I guess I could. Do you want me to try it now on our way out?
No, maybe save that for healing in case we come up against something on our way out.
Okay.
You might be able to do one of those ritual thingy-majiggies you religious people like to do too.
Not for the wealth one.
When we get back to town, should we try and hire someone to replace Corin?
He can
No
never
one
be
can replace
replaced.
Corin.
Jinx.
Think we're gonna find another dream wizard?
Hopefully someone with a little more muscle.
Think you got muscle enough for everybody.
You guys think Scar's home?
Probably.
We're in no shape to dance.
All right, and you guys climb the stairs.
How can we sing?
Find yourself in the ruins. Is it safe to say you're going to move away from the ruins and start making your way back to the village of Red Tower?
Think so.
Mm-hmm.
All right, fair enough. So I'll move us to this map. As a reminder, you're not here quite yet. You're at the, a couple hours away as you guys leave the ruins of the Scarlet Citadel and begin making your path back to the village of Red Tower. All right, yes, it is a...
We lost a good one.
As you guys are commiserating the fall of Corin, you're making your way back. It is early afternoon here as you're making your way back. And again, the weather is pretty decent. overall, aside from this loss that you've just experienced, it seems very pleasant. You guys spend the 2 hours chatting, maybe briefly with one another, as you find yourself eventually on the outskirts of the village once again.
Do you think the stuff we found will be enough to pay for our rooms?
Yeah, probably.
I
can
got
pay for the rooms,
money
though.
for the room, but let's see how much. Let's see if anybody can identify what this stuff is. Who knows what
and
it is?
I want to look into this notebook too. Who knows? Maybe he has what it is written in the book. Possibly.
Here-
Who knows?
Careful. Sometimes mages hid like explosives in those things.
You never trust a book.
Hugo puts on gloves. I'll be very careful with it.
All right, you guys continue in your standard way, making your way around that pond. Find yourself back at the gate of the village. Notice the guard there once again. He gives you a friendly nod as you make your way inside of the gate. Where is it that you'd like to head? I heard someone say maybe somebody could identify what these are. Obviously, some of you guys are wounded. Where are you guys headed?
Yeah, I think I need money to do anything. So, is that guy that?
Did
Seemed
you
to-
guys spend all your money?
No,
I've got
I
some
got like
gold
30,000. I got 30 gold, but I need more.
I think we can afford a bed.
Yeah.
Hey, Amory, can you turn into anything?
Animals.
Like a giant poisonous snake?
I think I can't do snakes because they're too good and around water. Let me check.
Snakes can't swim.
It could be like a scary spider. Is that helpful?
Why don't we go to the inn?
What's
Get
your
ourselves
plan?
set up.
I want to know why
Well, I
he's
got
asking.
this poison. I could extract the poison from a snake. I could probably do a spider too.
Oh, interesting. I'll let you know if I can do anything poisonous.
Can I take a look at the 2 potions that Hugo grabbed?
Sure, yeah, just visually looking at them.
Yeah, just like I know what a potion of healing sort of looks like, so just to see what they look like and if there's something like that.
So the one looks to be a red potion, similar to what your potions of healing look like. The other one is a very strange, like, kaleidoscope of colors.
This looks like one for you, Harmony.
Pretty.
Dazzling to the eye.
I can be a scorpion. That has a little bit of poison.
We'll do it later. Let's see if we can. Who do you think there's the inn and then that traveler merchant guy? Who do you think would be most likely to tell us what these potions and stuff are?
Well, I think Kasim would probably know what they are, but he might try to rip us off. At least at the inn, Ambrosi will. I trust him more. He might not know what they are, though. But
All right, let's
I'd
start
say-
there. Let's go to the inn and see if we can figure out what these are.
I can't be a poisonous snake because I'm only 3 druid, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. If that was a question for me, because you are not a moon druid, you can only be CR 1/2 right now, I believe, at your level. So it depends on the CR of the creature.
Well, it says, I mean, this maybe I don't know if I'm using a good source, but it says here that it's unusable until level 4. but I'm multi-classed, so does it matter? It
That's-
matters what.
So that's probably referring to there is a limitation that you can't take on the form of a creature that has a swim speed until you're a level 4 druid. So if the creature that you're looking at has a swim speed listed, then you can't shape into that until you hit at least level 4 as a druid.
Yeah, not level 4 total. Right. Okay.
Correct. Yep.
Yep. I was right. Snakes can swim.
All right. So as you guys make your way into the Cage Tavern and Inn, entering a bit exhausted and perhaps weary of travel and looking around, I think that's where we'll go ahead and pause it here, guys. We're right at the end of our session time. We have our new character is ready to go, but we'll make sure we get a good image and all that for him so he can introduce his character properly. So, guys, hope you had a fun session tonight. We will, like I say, pick up next week, have everything. Hopefully, we'll have Elliot back with us as well. We're looking for a full group next week, and hopefully we'll see where that gets us. So, my assumption is after you guys rest and recover here, the plan is to head back to the second level of the Scarlet Citadel. Is that fair?
Nope. Let's find someplace else to go.
That's certainly that honestly is an option if you want, because remember there is stuff around this area, but it's up to you guys.
If that actually is an option, I feel like the group would try that. We have gotten our butts kicked so hard every single day.
Yeah, honestly it is.
Goblins.
So it won't be like obviously abandoning the Scarlet Citadel entirely. It would be like going elsewhere, maybe accumulating EXP and stuff like that, items, wealth, that kind of thing, and eventually coming back to the Scarlet Citadel. But yeah, as you guys remember, the way this campaign is designed is that it gets very hard as you're going down levels of the Scarlet Citadel, so there will be homebrew stuff on top of it. So if you guys tell me now you're interested in exploring something else, all I'll say is, if you want to do that, let me know now, and then be receptive to whatever hook is thrown your way at the beginning of next session.
Yeah, let's say that after we rest up, or like at the end of today, we're going to like go look for stuff to do around town. Hey, have you heard anything?
Perfect. Is everybody on board with that plan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
think
don't
that
want
would
to
be
go
pretty
back in
fun.
there.
Are you guys sure you don't want to go down where the undead guys are and try that one more time?
Before
the
the
damn
campaign
treasure.
ends, before the campaign ends, we're going back there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right,
You
fair
know,
enough.
Adam he'll level it up, so there'll be like liches running around in there if we go at the end.
For real.
Well, obviously you guys aren't going there anytime real soon, so I won't spoil too much for you. But it literally says on the module, never let them feel safe here. Keep upping the danger. Make sure they realize this is a really hard place. So hopefully you got that message.
Corin did.
Now,
All right.
we'll be back.
All right, fair enough. So with that in mind, I will have a homebrew adventure for you guys next week. It's obviously hooked into this. So yeah, we'll see where that goes. Hope everybody had a great time. A great Thanksgiving for everybody that celebrates tomorrow. Have a good Thanksgiving, and we'll see you guys all next week.
Happy
Thanks,
Thanksgiving.
Adam.
Good game, guys.
Great session. See you guys. Sorry,
Thanks,
Corin.
y'all. It's okay. Bye.